Greetings, sentient beings. This program is not intended for children. Nothing on my channel is. There will be strong language and adult themes.
Well, I'm out of here.
So,
there's no Elmo.
So today is National Fish Day and National Sushi Day. Not sure why they wound up on the same day, but it is appropriate. And if the octopus tries to strangle you, the sushi is a little too fresh.
February the 24th is International I Hate Coriander Day.
Okay.
There you go. You invite me into your streams, you know what you're going to get. I've been researching coriander. So, anyway, I've digressed. This is not my fucking channel, so go ahead, Purple.
It's all right. Pirate Kitty, you were asking about when Friday Night Six Pack started.
Yeah, I just saw a tweet from
it's at 6:30 my time.
So yeah, it's
about 6.5 hours from now.
Am I actually subscribed to Pirate Kitty? I don't know.
Probably not. There's not much to subscribe to.
Is this your YouTube name or your Twitter name? I don't know.
Yeah, my YouTube name is also Pirate Kitty.
Yeah, Pirate Kitty's basically a professional co-host. She does things on everybody else's channels.
Oh, one of those people. Okay.
I just don't have enough time to do like real videos because I have like a full-time job that I have to be there for like 10, 11 hours a day.
Am I following you on the Twitters or not?
Don't know. What's
just somebody type something into chat or whatever we do.
No, you're not, but I just followed you, so you can follow me back if you want to.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, well, Pirate Kitty, you were saying something you had.
Well, it's U.S. politics, but did you guys see this tweet that Trump shared? The doctored one with the little kids.
Oh, fuck.
I saw a couple of quotes. I haven't seen any pictures that he sent out.
So there was this CNN article. It's one of those feel-good pieces from a couple years ago or late last year. I can't exactly remember when, but it shows these two little toddlers spotting each other at the end of the block and then like running at each other, you know, like the corny slow motion running together to hug thing, but innocently little toddlers, right? And so they get together and they start showing each other toys, and in their little toddler talk, they start running towards the other parents. And so it's a black baby and a white baby, this is contextually important, and the little black boy starts running towards one of the sets of parents, and the little white boy starts following him, and Trump shared a tweet that made it look like CNN was reporting on this about how the little black boy was running from the little white boy because he was probably a Trump supporter or something. And it's like does he my thought thing is like, does he like believe this? Or
the thing that worries me is that you guys are insanely wonderful and clever. And I do love you guys so much, but you don't get to see the news from your country. And so if you're familiar with what's been going on in the past 24 hours, I can't remember the name of the guy. He's called Matt. You know, that weirdo Republican. He's got black hair. Matt Gaetz or Gatz or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Yeah, exactly. Now is that weird? Because I know more about this than you do. He's the weird
to be honest, I tend to avoid the broadcast news. So as far as what's happened in the last couple of days, maybe not as well informed as most people. Okay. But as far as the bigger issues, the things that, you know, are really going to affect things for years to come, I probably know more than most of the people in this country.
I'm trying to be a good boy. So where do you want to take this, Purple? You can't see me, but I'm doing a timeout because I will do politics, and you know this. But Pirate Kitty was having a conversation about something,
Yeah.
and
But the question was, is like he's sharing this. Do you think he actually believes what he's sharing? Oh, oh,
Probably.
this is gonna piss him off though, because Twitter has tagged it as manipulated media. Angie,
Hey,
Hey,
Angie.
how y'all
yay,
doing?
You finally got a connection again. You're back on the air, huh?
Yes.
Purple, you've now got 4 people.
Yeah.
Yay.
And we've got some got 4 people on the sideline there too.
You've got
Got-
Neil the
Got
Atheist.
family of mine, Fold, Amiga Nuts,
Amiga Nuts is a stalker, so let's ignore
Dino
him.
Doubtful, and yes, Neil is our
Neil
local
is
celebrity.
awesome. Neil is very awesome. Does Neil ever play on streams or not? I don't know.
Oh, he's gotten in here a couple of times, but mostly he does his own interview shows. That he does 3 times a
Oh
week.
yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
very aware of that. But Neil is very cool. I like Neil.
hmm
But
I'm not
it's just-
familiar with. This is where I get kind of weird because I'm not familiar with. Obviously, you're using different names, but Angie, who is Angie? I don't know.
Angie is
Okay.
Angie.
Angie,
Do I know
though,
Angie?
Just me.
she is the voice behind some of the Art Against Ignorance music.
Okay.
You saw the song Difference.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
she was the one singing that.
I think I follow you on Twitter, so.
I'm so incredibly nosy. I need to know who I'm talking to.
Oh, and Neil says he's doing Truth Wanted tomorrow evening.
Nice.
Cool.
So go ahead and drop a link in the side chat for that, Neil, so everybody's got a reminder.
Hi, Neil.
Amiga Nuts said I'm stalking this one and dropped Milking Stools.
Do not,
Links
please,
there.
please do not link to my fucking YouTube channel.
Too late. Already done.
It's so shit. Don't do it. It's embarrassing.
You know what I was thinking of doing tomorrow? Either tomorrow night or Saturday. I don't know if I've got the time. It's just throwing up a stream and being like, "This is me missing the fact that I'm not at Faithless Forum right now,"
Right.
because that was this weekend.
Mm-hmm. I was not happy that they canceled it, but
Yeah.
also
Postponed it.
lost my ticket.
How'd you lose your ticket?
It blew away.
Oh,
It was
you
in
would
the
have been fine.
desk.
You would have been
I've
fine because
got a
they would have.
golden ticket.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
didn't
if you
even
had
have-
contacted them, they'd send you a replacement ticket.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
gonna have
well,
to.
That's the thing. Like, I didn't even have my ticket last year. I couldn't print it. When I got there, they just asked for my email, and I showed them my phone with my email on. Well, it doesn't help that Drew knew I was coming and knew I had paid and everything. So, like,
Yeah.
that was kind of a cover there.
The really sad thing here is, you look up top left corner, live, how many minutes and seconds?
8.
8:26, and Purple, I hate you so much. You've got 4 fucking people already.
It's random.
I-
Some nights I have trouble getting anybody coming in here.
You know what? I'm going to block you and fucking ban you forever. I
What
hate you,
is your
Purple.
problem, dude?
Oh, don't mind him. He's just like this all the time. Just be glad
Okay.
Kate's. Just be glad Kate's not in here. It would be worse.
Yeah, I can be happy. Yeah,
4 people already.
I haven't talked to you in a long time either, Pirate Kitty. I haven't been anywhere in a long time.
Yeah, you were like in here all the time, and then like we switched, and like I started coming in, and then you weren't able to come in at all because of the kids and all that, and then your house got blown away.
Yeah. My biggest problem is the medicine I'm taking now makes me sleepy. And I
Ah.
usually take it right before I go to bed, which is usually about 10:30, 11 o'clock now. It's been hard to stay up late, but I'm going to be up for days now that I've got internet again. I've got a lot of catching up to do, videos to watch and stuff to read and things like that. So
Yeah, okay, Doorknob, thank you. Okay. Yeah, that is classic
Doorknob!
story, thank you.
Hi, Doorknob Head. I've missed you so. I just got hooked up today. I said I'm staying up for Purple's stream tonight because I haven't been there in so long.
Yeah, we've been missing you.
I do get a little bit pissed off with you, Purple, because you're in charge of StreamYard here. So to entice and excite the people, the sad people inside chat, who I maintain are utter wankers, you've got to click on their comments and show
Wait.
them on screen.
Wait a minute, I'm in charge?
Yeah, you're the driver.
Why didn't somebody tell me that a year ago?
I find if you click on their comments and show them on screen,
I tend to forget that I can do that.
it turns them on.
Yes.
It makes them feel important.
Well, you do need to keep people in the side chat engaged. Let them know that.
Look at that sexy
you're paying attention to them. I know that's something that has bugged me sometimes when I've been in the side chat, and it seems the people on the panel aren't paying any attention to it.
I know. I've noticed that sometimes too. It's like we're supposed to be taking questions from the panel, but nobody's paying attention. I mean, from the audience, but nobody's paying attention to the audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
What you've got to do, you don't actually have to listen or pay attention to them. Just put the comment on screen, they'll be happy.
Well, some are more needy than others. There are those that demand you
acknowledge them,
pay attention. Yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
Get their feelings all hurt.
Hey, kids.
Oh my God.
Jen.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh,
hi,
Purple, I so hate you right now.
Angie and Kitty and
12
me
minutes.
And
12 minutes, you've got 5.
Doorknob had I have an innie.
My
fiance had an Audi, and one of the things I'll always remember is she did not realize that belly button lint was a real thing.
I'm glad you said that. I didn't know what we were talking about. Belly buttons.
Oh,
and
Jenny! Jenny's not got an icon. Hi, Jenny. I recognise your voice.
Hi, Stool.
Yes.
Hi.
Why don't
how
I
you
have
doing?
an icon? I'm okay.
I don't know. You're just a blank circle today.
Well, that sucks. I'm going out and go get my circle.
Yep. Yeah. Step out and edit your icon. Come back.
Yeah,
Jenny's
Jenny's
an absolutely funny fuck.
I miss it, Jenny.
So, and our little legacy project is going to continue. When Neil had upgraded, he sent me his camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now in a situation that I was able to buy a new camera. So I'm going to, Neil signed this one. I'm going to sign it by his name, and I'm sending this camera to Angie.
Yay! I've been having a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
So
not
it's a legacy project that each person uses it until they can get a better one, and then they send it to another fledgling YouTuber.
Do you not think it's kind of weird that everybody's sitting here using 21st century technology, and you're all talking about cameras,
and nobody's using a camera?
But we're all having stupid icons.
Well, I have a good reason. I don't have one anymore. It blew away.
I've got a really good reason. I actually have a good reason tonight because I don't mind turning my cam on, but I've lost my heart, and
oh dear,
without my heart, I can't. I just can't. I really can't, because lockdown. I've not had my hair cut for 3 months, so that's not good.
I actually just braved the shops and went and got my hair cut at a place.
Neil, if you want to come in, I just sent you a link on Twitter.
I'm getting so pissed off with you now, Purple. How can you do this within like 15 minutes?
Just hey, sometimes I get lucky. You know, it takes a while.
There's been nights where I've come in and been the only person, and that's really sad because I am pretty boring.
Yeah,
Talking circle show.
There have been nights that I've had to, start it on my own, and it's like I have no idea what to talk about if I don't have somebody responding.
At least you talk, Pirate Kitty. All I do is sit around and laugh. So I'm the laugh track.
You've got a good laugh though. So
I did my usual thing.
Hey, Neil.
Hey.
Hi, Neil.
I'm on vacation.
I did my usual thing
Sitting
last
outside.
night. I did my usual thing, and I talked to myself about half an hour, and I got really, what the fuck? Why am I doing this? And so I just said fuck off. And then Scientist Mel came along, and we had she was the only one there, and so we talked for about an hour, I think. I don't know. About stuff. I like your bandana.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's really cool.
I have a whole bunch more just like this one.
Do you have a red one?
No, I don't do red, just the black ones.
You know what? I'm going to have to learn how to do that because my hair is so fucking embarrassing at the moment.
When I was in the habit of carrying a bandana, I always carried a red one just because I was the only one I didn't have to worry about the blood stains on, and most often I wound up using it for a bandage.
Yeah, it's good for that.
Well, in my line of work, I can't really go a day without bleeding.
Measure twice, cut one thumb.
Oh, this is really fucking pissing me off now. I'm not being serious, but Jesus fucking Christ, Purple, you've now got 6. I hate you so much.
I hear jealousy.
Lost doorknob head.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
What?
He's like the comic relief.
Hey, I'll tell you something. This is this is a serious thing now. Now that Neil is here,
He'll be back when he gets home.
I'm not a Neil. I'm not a Neil.
Yep.
But I would consider wearing one of those.
I don't have to be me to wear one of these. Anyone can wear one of these. I have to keep my hair out of my fucking face too, so that's why I wear these. If not, I look like fucking it.
Neil is the captain of the atheist biker pirates from the internet. I'm developing a show on that.
Sweet. Can I be
think
in
it would be a good Saturday morning kids show. What do you think?
I like Christmas lights.
Well, they're not Christmas lights. They're just they call them deck lighting fucking things. I don't know. It's my dad's.
Yeah.
Pretty.
No, that's cool. Actually, at my old apartment, I used to have just one of the rope lights up around the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Just so
rope
I had enough light in there to walk around without tripping over the cat. But not really bothering me.
Do you know when you get one of those light bulb moments over your head?
Actually, my ex had outlawed Legos from the main floor of the house.
I think Neil has just solved many problems for me now.
What, you need to
because
go
of my bandana?
Because of your bandana. I did not think of this before.
Oh, yeah, it's easy, man. You just fold it into, well, not in half, angly wise, but I kind of fold it up a little bit so that there's a little triangle and then a big triangle. And then I just tie it around and then I just pull it over.
Yes. This is why I love your streams, Purple, because people teach me things.
There you go.
It's educational.
Why don't you give us a live demo on how to do that?
I could do a live video and teach people how to put it on.
Or you could just do it here right now.
I could do that, sure.
Well, a triangle is for people who are still practicing geometry, if they're not sure they've got the due angle yet.
Triangles are the babushkas.
Apparently, the Atlanta Police Department has spotted a truck with a guillotine on the back of it.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Georgia. What are you going to do? You know? Oh, my gosh.
I don't know of any laws banning guillotines.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with having a guillotine?
Well, no. Driving around with it in the back of your truck is stupid.
Well, and what's this that's been
Well,
going
I'll
on.
agree it's stupid, but it's not illegal, and it's
Yeah.
really no worse than having a Confederate flag.
Apparently, they've requested the SWAT team.
Oh boy.
Like, I wonder if it's real or like a stage prop or something. They're just like high school kids headed to the local drama club.
I'm
Why
not
would they-
sure.
Why would they need the SWAT team? SWAT team. I think this guy's going to come chase after them with the guillotine.
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
Here, stick your head in here.
Get over here and put your head right here.
This information was provided without context. Thank you, Ocean.
It's just a flesh wound.
Well, what's the thing that it's like in different cities this week? They have found 5 black people hung, and they're claiming they were all suicides.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That it cannot be.
You know what? Even if it is, that's just messed up.
People
so
don't
messed up.
fucking hang themselves that way for suicide. You
No.
know, 5 black people in trees in the
Especially
same
black
tree,
people.
as
Yeah.
in the same
It-
tree
it's
as
just-
there
it's an
were historical
excuse for them.
lynchings. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
It's just an excuse for them not to investigate it, and just
Yeah.
it's appalling.
It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
heat shield.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's appalling, is what it is. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck would believe them when they say that, though. Nobody probably.
Well, the media's not covering it. I haven't heard a peep off of any of the national television media.
I'd heard about 2 of the lynchings.
The media stopped covering the protests once they turned all peaceful. Or
Yep.
mostly.
Hi, Doc.
Yeah, well, there's no sensationalization anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. And Kate's here. Come on.
I bet you
Oh.
can't.
Oh no, we're up to our limit.
I bet you
Sorry-
can't
sorry,
get
Kate.
one more in.
No, we don't have room for another person right now.
Oh, so get rid of the boring one. That's
Damn
me.
it.
No,
Bionic dance.
stay here.
You're not the boring one.
I am the boring one.
No, you're not. Purple. is.
Oh, and he
Hi,
just
Doc.
I'm the boring one.
I'm the boring one. Literally, what I'm doing right now, I'm looking for my hat. I'm not listening to you people. I'm looking for my hat because I can't turn my cam on until I find my fucking hat.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, you weren't wearing your hat, so we weren't paying attention. So.
I thought you were just looking for a bandana.
There's no way I can't compete with Neil's headwear.
It's just a bandana, man. I think costs like $3.
Well, hey, nobody can compete with Neil's hair, so
I
Well,
know.
I don't
Doesn't
know.
it piss you off?
Yeah, around here you can buy them in
luscious
3 packs.
So I have an idea. So I've got this. I don't know if you can see it.
It's a dice.
Here,
Dice?
it's one of the dice that Purple sent me. It's a 1d6. There's 6 people here. I'll roll this dice, and we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Unfortunately, everybody's on a different order on everybody's screen, so whoever you're pointing to is
I
not
wanna be number
necessarily the
4.
same people anywhere else.
I want to
yeah.
be number 4.
Well, you came in fourth.
Hey, Kate, Neil has hair. Yeah, well, yeah, what do you think this is?
4's my lucky number.
All right, it's attached to the bandana. It's all a scam. I'm actually
How
bald.
how long is your hair, Neil?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I can tuck the back of it into my pants. Does that mean anything? So.
Bionic Man says I thought those were tentacles.
Tentacles.
Do you
Yeah.
enjoy it that way?
Okay, I gotta step away for a moment.
Yeah, I like my hair.
Me now.
I'm going to keep it this long for as long as I possibly can.
That's-
And no, if I start like balding, it's not going to be a skullet or anything like that. So
I like that
God, no,
skullet.
what a just awful
Moulet.
hair.
I wonder. Actually, speaking of Bionic Dance there in the chat there. I'm going to be chatting with her on my show on Monday.
Oh, don't do that.
What? Why?
No, she's an
I
absolute
like
dick.
Kate.
No, she's a dick. Absolute dick.
I
Oh,
don't
God,
think
you're
you
gonna
should
get
call
hacked.
her
I'm
a
going to
dick.
have to disagree, sir.
If you haven't been watching his Purple stream for the past couple of weeks, Stool and Kate have been getting into it like cats and dogs the entire time. And Kate gives just as good as she gets.
She,
Yeah, but
she says she's only a
her,
dick to you, Stool.
calling her a dick, that's so bad. That's
She's only a dick to you.
oh, well, oh, shh. You can quiet down.
The thing is,
I heard
got-
me.
Purple's got the maximum number of people in here, so I'm safe. So I can say whatever I like.
Uh-oh.
Bionic
Have
you-
is such a fucking dick. I mean, seriously, she. Oh, God.
Have you seen any good
With the
old-time
sabers
British
and the
dramas lately?
animation. Oh,
Oh,
God.
goodness. You got to get him started on that one.
What? I missed it.
Okay.
The other day he was getting really irritated by the fact that they've taken some old-timey well, not old-timey, but older British dramas off of Netflix and all that because they've got a lot of racially and perhaps culturally insensitive content from the time.
Yeah, but you know
okay.
what? I don't own cats, and if I did, I would not let the other cats lick the other cat's bottoms. That's how fucking perverted Bionic is.
Wish mine would do
Wait,
that.
what?
What?
She's a
The hell
massive
did you just
pervert.
say? Oh, stop.
I've never seen one cat lick another cat's butt.
I cut my hair.
She films it.
Yeah, I
She
used
films
to
it.
have a ponytail down to my belt, but my ex convinced me to cut it off, and that was like 13 years ago, and it never came back to more than half that length again.
Yeah, but you didn't lick your cat's butt,
Ew.
did you?
No, I've been having a hard enough time cleaning his ears this week.
Oh,
Okay, well,
It's not like that.
those make sense to lick.
I'm not licking them.
Oh,
I'm using the
sorry.
solution the vet gave me in a paper towel.
I'm sorry. I made an assumption.
I don't
apologize.
eat anyone's earwax.
yeah.
You sure? I got some if you want some.
Nope, not even my own.
Oh, put that on screen, Purple.
Which one?
The cat butt one. Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
Evidence.
Oh my.
Well then. Alrighty then. Yep. That sounds Kate-like.
Purple, share my screen for a second.
Oh,
Can't you do it? You can do it, can't you?
Well, I can share it, but he has to
yeah,
approve it.
on StreamYards, the owner has to approve it.
Oh, right.
Panda bear. Aww.
Oh, there's 10 seconds I'll never get back.
When I was at the store a
seeing
few days
pandas
ago,
playing.
there was a guy wearing a T-shirt that had a black bear and a polar bear, and it said, "Let's make a panda."
That totally did not excite me. That really did not excite me whatsoever. I thought you were going to show something about Bionic Dance with cats.
Was that
What
panda?
the heck was that?
Wiki wiki.
That wasn't me.
Was that panda doing something with its hoo-ha?
No, it was playing.
It's okay. It's YouTube. You're allowed to say it. Say penis.
Oh no.
Panda penis. There.
Oh, she's talking to. Oh, listen, can you boot her out because she really fucking annoys me? Kick her out. Kick Bionic Dance out because She always talks about Chinese stuff. I don't want to talk about Yoko Ono. That conversation went on way too fucking long. I don't give a shit about how Yoko Ono got her name.
Not sure I even want to know.
Nope.
No idea what's going on.
Oh, God damn it, Kitty.
So is Ufta.
Yoko Ono was part of the discussion last week. I don't think we need to recap all that.
Yeah.
No, we do not want to go there. And it wasn't last week. It was like about 3 days ago. But none of us understand time anymore. So what happened
That's
3
true.
days ago feels like a year ago.
No, I can't keep track of time or whose channel what was on either.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Ufta?
I was just wondering if Perp would like to get together and we could take a little trip to the Ufta shop in Red Wing.
Oh,
Get
That's
some
a thing?
Ufta supplies. Yeah.
I don't know what
have
an
a
oofta
shop
is.
by
So.
you? No,
I don't know.
no, it is a strictly Minnesota thing.
Oh,
Is it food? Is it a knick-knack? What the hell is it?
Well, it's things related to Ufta.
Are we
It's
still-
basically all things Scandinavian.
Right.
So
Are
I
we-
guess it's an Ufta boutique.
Are we
Or whatever the
still
Norwegian word for boutique is.
Are we still 18 plus?
What?
What do you people call that in your land? 18 plus. What is that rating?
adult?
TV.
Oh, R.
R. Okay, can you stick an R in the corner? Purple.
Right?
He'd have to pay to put that there. It's so silly.
Yeah, but I
Like where
want.
that's
So if I talk about Bionics pussies, I do need an R for this.
If you talk about Bionics pussy, I'm leaving. So there's that.
yeah, then she'll be able to come in.
Okay, and
It should actually work
I'll
out
leave.
perfectly.
I'll just leave.
wait! Before this gets going, I need to get another beer. Hang on a minute.
Okay, I didn't know Seattle had much of a Scandinavian population there, but
But what does Ufta mean?
Please tell me.
Ufta is Norwegian for Oive
Oh, so like oh no,
or something like
oops.
that.
Or,
That
oh,
could-
it's
shit.
just kind of a generic universal response.
Gotcha.
I had a moment of like what, because I'm playing a video game and it's called Animal Crossing and there is a character, her catchphrase is Ufta.
Uh-huh.
And so when you said it, I was like, what?
Now you know.
Apparently, the Norwegian word for boutique is boutique.
That's good to know.
Hungry.
Well, now I speak at least one word in Norwegian.
Exactly.
Well, it's Ulf and Da, so it's 2 words.
There used to be a beauty shop down here that was called Monique's Unique Boutique. And we called it Monique's Unique Boutique.
The French Canadian part of me just cringed.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a Texas thing.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Thanks.
I found a way to improvise. I found a tea towel that I could possibly fashion into a bandana.
A
Oh,
tea
hey.
towel.
To improvise.
You could possibly do that.
I could possibly.
You could probably,
a diaper would
you know-
work too.
Emphasis on possibly.
You could also just not wear a hat at all.
No, that's not going to happen, Neil.
Show me your head, baby.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh
I'm
man.
sorry.
that
Did I
could
say
be
that out loud?
misconstrued.
God damn it. Shut up, Angie.
Quebecers are like CKERS are evil. Evil. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They
You
don't
know
like
how
us
long it
Anglo
took me
people.
to show my beard because it's so embarrassing. So
Get some goddamn beer wax in.
Speaking of
Beard
beards, how's the
Face
regrow
bush.
going, Purple?
What's that?
I said, speaking of beards, how's the regrow going?
Oh, yeah.
It was,
Like, I
it was
haven't
a lot
seen you.
slower. Yeah, it was a lot slower than usual, but it's back.
That's
to what it
awesome.
was.
That's good.
It just it took about 2 weeks this time, whereas previously it would have been like 3 days.
Oh,
Oh
really?
wow, it grows slow in the summer.
You
Well, that's
Stool, you look like an Amish goat woman.
What?
An Amish goat woman.
That was the look I was going for.
That's oddly sad.
Mission accomplished.
I'm sorry, I'm not actually looking at my computer. I'm standing at the back door smoking a cigarette outside.
You can hear the click click.
You know, that's the right thing to do. I wish I was doing that.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting here with a tea towel on my head.
There you go. There's the Zippo you just heard, Heat Shield. It's got the Ghost Rider skull on it or something.
I thought I heard a Zippo.
Yeah.
You can always hear a Zippo.
Yep.
It does have a specific sound.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's good for everyone.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have Angie. You're out by your back porch smoking.
I'm standing like in the doorway of my backyard. Yeah, back
So
porch.
we got
I
one,
so want
two,
to be doing
three,
that.
4. We got 4 people here who smoke.
Yeah,
How unusual is that, hey?
Yeah, it's bad.
it's bad for you, but it keeps me from hurting people.
Yeah,
I'm
but so many of us,
stressed
Well-
many of us in one place.
But if you're standing in the doorway smoking, aren't you letting all the mosquitoes in?
Oh well, I got
No
spray,
mosquitoes here.
Yeah, but
and
at
I don't
least
want to. I don't.
at
My
least
headphones
she's
don't
put
reach
the
all the way
effort
out.
in- She's put the effort into going outside. That's a good thing.
Well, I have to. The new rent house is a no smoking zone. I can go outside or I can go in the garage, and it's too far to get to the garage.
Oh
Too
yeah,
far.
you
Door
know
is right
what?
here. That's why I put my desk right next to the back door.
We haven't had mosquitoes yet, but we sure have June bugs. Oh man, June bugs are thick.
Oh, I
This
hate
year.
those things. Oh, I hate those things.
I don't hate them, but they're all
Nature's
over the place
crazy
again.
dive
No.
bombers.
We've got mosquitoes here if I'm working outside close to dark.
And the spiders are out. I've got like a dozen orb spiders on my front porch.
I
Nice.
saw a
That-
ginormous
that come out
spider
every
the other
night.
day. Scared the crap out of me.
Speaking
I don't know
of
what it was,
recreational
but it was
weed,
hairy.
with 8 legs.
Yeah.
Speaking of recreational weed,
Were we? I was
Yep.
smoking a cigarette, so
Yeah.
I can't say that.
I'm talking about Kate's comment in the chat there.
Yeah, which she misspelled, by the way.
Yeah. We can't get that stuff in Minnesota.
She's
Here
54.
it's only
and
approved
she
for
can't
medical
spell
use. So
cigarettes.
yeah,
Oops.
here you need to have a note from your doctor to get weed.
No, you can just give me a call.
Are you a doctor?
Nope, but I got weed.
Yeah, but how are you going to get it here? If they
I'd have to
detect
go
it in the mail, that's a
find my
federal
clip.
offense.
I left my
Oh, what kind of coffee do you like?
I left my
If you
clip
send
in the
it-
bedroom, so I'm out of luck right now.
If you send, if I send it packed in coffee, the dogs won't smell it.
I don't think that's true.
Yep, it's how my buddies always used to ship it across Canada before they legalized it.
I saw that on TV. Are you sure that's not just a TV thing?
No,
Well-
it's true for the most part.
Dogs are pretty perceptive.
But Kate,
Yep.
Kate, you don't need the coffee because you can buy it where you are. Hell, they deliver it to you.
Right, that's what I'm on now. Hazelnut coffee,
There we go.
love it.
Yeah, then I would have the problem of how do I get rid of the coffee?
Sell
you
it to a
send the-
neighbor.
No, then you send the coffee my way. I'll take the coffee. No.
Okay, yeah, I would have no interest in the coffee.
Computer.
You ship it back to me. I like coffee.
Oh, it's still loading. Okay.
What's loading?
So the
My
pictures. The
Oh, I
pictures
thought you
I
were going
took.
to say my sarcastic comment.
No, I finally got the chance to use this.
Mhm.
My super fancy camera.
Cool.
Oh,
My
show us.
voice. My
show,
my
show.
She was showing us. You weren't paying attention.
oh, the camera.
Yeah, I was doing important things with my tea towel.
Wrong way.
It's a very fetching tea towel.
the Nikon D3200, and this is the Valentine's gift my boyfriend got me.
Sweet.
A 300
Wow.
millimeter zoom lens for it.
Nice.
A
Wow.
70 to
That's so
300.
cool.
Geez, with that
33
sucker, I
300
could wave to you
millimeter.
from my balcony here, and you can
Yeah.
take a picture of me.
Right?
Say it again, Kitty.
300 millimeter.
It's a zoom, so
Pardon me.
it has a lower number, a 70 to 300.
It's 50. I forget. 50.
55
I'm
to
sorry.
300.
It's 55 to 200, not 300.
Okay, 55 to 200. At 4.5, 3.5.
It says it is an AFS Nikon 55 to 200 millimeter, 1 to 4, 5.6G.
Okay,
Oh,
1 to
yeah,
4. That's an F. That's an F4.
Yet another reason I love Kate. Well, platonically, anyways. Hazelnut coffee. I agree. Sorry.
Oh, I'm a vanilla girl.
Yeah.
I like my vanilla in my coffee.
Vanilla's so vanilla.
But it's so yummy.
I like
So
mochas. I like
comforting.
the hazelnut mochas. Like hazelnut.
I
and
never
chocolate
had a
together.
taste for coffee, but if you had it the way my dad used to make it, you probably wouldn't either.
That's probably true.
Well, my dad was a substitute cook in the Army. So
A substitute cook?
yeah, he wasn't one of the regular cooks, but he filled in on occasion.
Maybe that was the reason.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He had one of the old style percolators, that you've got.
Oh,
in the
those are the
basket.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, but well, except that he didn't change the coffee grounds every day. He just topped them off. I think he only changed the grounds about once a week.
Now, my mom and dad would do that, but they would do that within the same day. So they would make their first pot, and then they would put a couple of scoops on top and make the second pot, and maybe a fourth pot towards the end of the day, but the next day they started out fresh. But speaking of coffee, I was watching some random thing on Facebook, and apparently there's this thing called Navajo coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So when the U.S. Army was moving the Navajo to the reservation, they gave them rations, and they gave them flour, and they gave them coffee, and of course, they had no idea what to do with it. And so what they would do is they would toast the flour, brew the coffee, and then put the flour in the coffee with a little sugar.
Cool.
Interesting.
It's
Coffee is very cool.
Actually, we have one of our family stories. How my great uncle met his wife was that he was stationed in Berlin at the end of World War II, and she would sneak across the border at night, and he would give her the used coffee from the Army canteen, the used coffee grounds, because they couldn't get anything at all. So even the used coffee grounds were better than nothing.
Oh my God, there's a frog in my house.
I told you about holding the door open. The frog probably went in chasing the bugs that were coming in.
China, get the frog. Get it. Oh God.
Just pick it up and put it outside.
I'm not touching it.
Now that you've gone, live, Purple, I'm feeling.
Frogs are awesome.
I'm feeling a little bit left out because you've not introduced my ladders.
Your ladders? Oh. Well, why don't you then?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these are a regular guest on my show, which you can watch on Thursdays at usually 10 p.m. BST. And these are my ladders. Very special guest. You remember, what's that guy called? The guy with the black hair.
Oh, that narrows it down.
Well,
that's the one, yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Stephen Colbert.
Oh,
Stephen Colbert, he has his band.
Mature.
He has his band that plays the music. I've got my ladders. You see?
Mm-hmm.
He plays the music.
So you don't need the weed because your ladders will get you high.
This is fuck you. Also, just for future reference, mine is bigger than yours. and always will be.
No,
Uh-oh. Oh, geez.
no, my
All
ladder's
right,
at least a foot longer than yours.
No, he
I-
was
I-
talking about his camera.
I found a
And that's only my small one.
I found a pot store in Illinois. The closest one is in Rockford. And they well, let's see. Do they have deals? No, they have no deals.
Okay, frog relocated. Sorry. It choked on me. I'm glad I'm muted.
I had that happen to be something similar happened at work once. A little green tree lizard had managed to get into the store and onto the cash register. And
It probably came in on the plants they brought in.
right, but like the cashiers were all freaking out and they were like get something to kill it. And I walked over and I just picked it up in my hand and I said, "Don't kill it, I'll take it outside." And so I took it out and I tried to let it go in the bush, and then it decided to bite me and hang from my finger like. And I'm like, dude, let go. I'm trying to set you free.
Shecky.
I need a free video. I need a free photo editing software because these pictures are so dark.
Just for future reference, when I do this on screen, it's not to you guys, it's to my nemesis inside chat. Okay.
And TV Tube is with us now.
Hi, TV2.
And hopefully, when we go live, you won't recognise the fact that I just did a bit of a thing without my tea towel on my head. So don't tell anybody.
Looks fancy now.
Yeah, I'm looking cool now.
Yeah, that looks to me like some cultural appropriation from the Arabs.
Wrong pattern.
I think they put a little bit more effort into the wrap job on there.
Well, you know, we can't say towel head. I'm certain that the stream will get killed for that.
No.
Oh,
but they're not towels. They're little sheets.
You just did.
They're not towels. They're little sheets. So they're little sheet heads.
Mm.
Jeez.
So are you saying being a towel head is chic?
No, I didn't say chic with a K. I said chic with a T, like titties.
I think we're dangerously close here to troubles. I think we should shift the convo.
I agree with her there.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, Russ seems to think it's past my bedtime. It's not past my bedtime. It's not even 11 here, buddy.
Right.
And I'm on vacation.
It's way past my bedtime.
Oh, hey, Russ, haven't seen you around in a while.
Diana has a great idea. Says, let's talk about lesbian porn. Don't you love lesbian movies? Aren't they just so wonderful, so sweet? They're just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love
You're like,
lesbian
hey,
films.
Russ, haven't seen you around in a while. And I'm looking, going, where's the name with the Russ? I don't see a Russ. And then I'm like, oh, right, I know who that is now.
Yeah. Oh my God, she actually. I thought you were taking the piss. She actually typed that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I've got a delay.
It's such a double standard that straight guys consider lesbian porn so hot, but anything that's got two guys together, no, we can't have that. That's got to be censored.
Okay, what we need you to do now, Purple, is to pay for more StreamYards so you can invite more people, because we need Bionic in for this.
You still only have 6.
Okay, hang on. I pay for this, and I can only have 6.
Oh, but you've not got the limit.
6
Well,
is the limit.
I'll tell you what, Stuart. If you subscribe to me on Patreon for $15 a month, I'll pay for StreamYards.
There you go.
There you go.
If I had $15 a month, I wouldn't be talking to you dicks, would I?
Oh, you did not?
You went there.
Yeah, you
Hey,
would,
I resemble that remark.
you would because it's Thursday night, and by this time you would have drank all of the $15 long before now.
I've never been a
Yay.
dick in my life.
I'm working
Yeah.
on it.
I just signed up for Netflix for the first time in my life. They have a 30-day free trial thing,
Yeah.
and so I'm catching up on this new show, Space Force.
Oh, that is
Okay.
cool. Oh,
it's
Space Force.
really quite funny.
Is it
Have
funny?
Have you started watching it? Is it really good or is it shit? I'm guessing. I thought it would be
It
shit.
is never a rip roaring laugh, but it's always smart humor. I like it. I like it. It's okay.
I want to watch that.
Well, that's only because it didn't have any communicators on their
Must
chest
be
or
4G.
anything. But I mean, I love their uniforms. They have their camo uniforms are the standard issue army shaped things, except they have craters like on the moon.
Yep, they're space camo.
As the pattern, it's just so dumb.
Hey, get off my screen.
Oh.
Is it
Goddamn.
so? Is it really? Is it really so shit that you laugh at it because it's shit?
No, it's
You know,
Or is
if
it genuinely
camouflage really
funny?
worked, the Army wouldn't be able to find any of their trucks. Just saying.
That's probably true, you know.
Persistent little bastard. Sorry, there's been a fly
Oh,
crawling
but
across.
anyways, I missed the point.
Do you need to borrow my frog, Neil?
I
Apparently.
signed up on Netflix because I wanted to see if there were 3 different things that I could get, and I did a search and none of them come up. You know, everyone's just, oh, Netflix got everything. Well, I 3
don't.
things that I want to see and they're not available.
Yeah.
They add stuff and dump stuff all the time.
I'm
to know.
really trying to resist getting Disney Plus because
I have it. It's awesome.
they're pushing all of my buttons.
Well, I'm afraid that Badger would have me assassinated if I got Disney Plus.
Well, I've got Netflix, but I never get around to watching anything on TV.
I had Netflix too, technically, but I don't use it ever.
Well, and with
Yeah.
Netflix, I've had the bad experience of being halfway through a series and they drop it, so I never found out like what the last season was.
I need to know more about this Space Force because I know nothing about it. Is it shit good? Is it Orville good or what?
No, it's not Orville good.
No, it's not the same kind of funny as Orville.
No. Okay.
Is that on Netflix too?
Orville,
I
no.
think that's on Hulu.
Yeah, Kate says it's very deadpan. She found it quite dull.
Can you click on things, please, Purple? Otherwise, these people will just stop watching
sometimes. Oh, and we've got Faye in the back room now too, but we're full up here.
Do you want me to fuck off? Because I'm boring. I'll go if you want me to.
Yeah. Sorry, Faye.
Yeah.
The right answer.
Yeah, sorry, Faye. We've already got Kate waiting in the back room, and we don't have room for everybody tonight. I'm not used to being this popular. This is not an issue I've run into before.
Well, if I'm ever available and see you going, I'm jumping in. So.
Oh, great. It's good to have you here. And like I say, it's like some nights I wind up that I'm like sitting here alone for half an hour trying to figure out what to talk about.
To yourself.
Well,
Yeah,
I said I'm
yeah,
usually
just not
sleeping
good
by
at
now.
monologuing.
Yeah, I'll just let my inner monologue play aloud.
Oh no, I would definitely get arrested for that.
Fuck everybody.
I want to kill people.
Oh no.
No. I've never thought that.
I want.
Well, there may have been 1 or 2 times, but that's about it. I want a donut. Yeah, that pretty much goes through my head constantly.
I want to know Bionic Dance's opinion on this one because Bionic, you're an idiot. So is Orville good or bad in your opinion? And there is only one correct answer. I'll wait now for 10 seconds while she fucking.
Well, yeah, there's a time delay, so that it'll hit her in a sec.
You didn't ask me what I thought about Orville.
Or me either.
I don't. Well, I don't actually care about what you think.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Really?
Really?
No, absolutely not. No.
Well, I hope you get diarrhea.
Damn.
I love you,
sucks.
Jenny.
So how long of copyrighted music can you play before you get a ding?
I've
There you
heard it down to 10 seconds now.
The Orville is better Star Trek than Star Trek.
Oh, well, you deserve a spanking for that one.
I like all of it. Doesn't matter to me. I like it all.
That's
Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Gate, Star Blazers. It doesn't matter.
I should go back and start watching
just-
Marvel again. I only saw like the first season and a couple episodes into the second.
Right on.
But
it's a good
Stargate,
series.
I definitely need to go back and start from the beginning again because it's been too long.
So
I like
this is not
Stargate Universe.
Atlantis.
They canceled that one. Fuckers.
Yeah, see, I never even got up to Atlantis.
Oh, that's a good one.
I saw like the first 8 or 9 seasons of one.
I couldn't do Atlantis because of that the know-it-all smug scientist guy.
Neil? That was his
Yeah,
name,
I think that was his name.
Yeah.
But Jason Momoa's on it.
Oh, Doorknob Head. I remember Star Hustler. I know what you're talking about. I used to watch that.
There was some
yes.
hilarious comedy in Orville. I think I only watched the first 2 seasons. I forget. But there was some hilarious stuff in there. Really funny.
Doorknob Head's
Hi,
got a
Faye. Sorry.
funny.
Doorknob Head's got a pornographic memory.
I'll leave if you give Faye my chair.
You know, I kind of agree with Bionic on this one. I kind of agree with that. Put the fucking words up on the screen, Purple. Otherwise, I'm looking like a dick.
You are a dick.
Oh. What's that old saying? If the foo shits?
Right?
You're saying I'm a
Fish
dick?
dude, hear it.
You don't like my teetotal? What is wrong with you?
I
We got to
like
get
the
you some
T-file.
bandanas.
Just got a bad
too. We gotta get
attitude.
some bandanas.
I do want a bandana, Neil. I really do.
Maybe it's that English thing that I don't get.
Don't they sell bandanas in England?
The Orville is not awful, Faye. It is brilliant.
It's not a thing that I've ever thought of purchasing a bandana. I don't even know how to do it. Do we have bandana
you
shops?
take the product, you take it to the cashier, you say, I'd like to buy this.
Yep.
You give them money, and then you go home with it.
You can find them at department stores, work-related clothing stores.
Convenience stores,
Yeah, you can
stop
find them
gas
everywhere.
stations.
Really stop patronizing me now because I will get annoyed.
Well, but that's where you get them.
No, I'm not wrong. We just have different opinions of the show. That's all it is.
Yeah, we have some very different opinions of the Orville here.
Yep.
I like the Orville.
I've got opinions about Star Trek that get me
I love
into
Star
We
Trek.
don't
lot of
care
trouble.
what your opinion is about Star Trek.
Yeah,
Oh, well, screw you. Fuck you.
Hey, you started it, cool.
right. Nobody asked.
I'll teach you to like me.
Oh, jeez.
Is he crying?
I am, yeah.
Oh, honey. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. Stop it now.
You-
And the Orville wars have started. I like Orville. It's good. I like it.
People seem to take it like it's supposed to be a serious
Serious.
sci-fi show. It's just a comedy, you know.
Yep.
Okay, Faye, we get it.
No, in various chats I've heard people talking about it like it's an actual drama or something, and trying to critique it on that level.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
They
comedy.
It's a comedy drama.
They compare it with Star Trek and say which is the
Not.
best. but you're comparing two very different things. It's not it's not a fucking Star Trek. It's a fucking comedy.
Yeah.
Completely different.
It's more like Red Dwarf.
Actually, that was kind of the problem I had with Orville, that all the trailers billed it as a comedy, and it really wasn't.
Oh, I think it was.
Well, it was kind of like it was trying to be both a comedy and a drama, so it was only halfway to either. It didn't really seem to quite be enough of either one for me.
I think it's a comedy, and they just use some sorry ass stupid plot to drive the joke writers.
Perhaps it's subtle, and because you guys are American, you don't get it. Because let's face it, you're a bit dumb. It's subtle.
Who's dumb?
I was waiting for that one.
No, the thing that I haven't watched the Orville, but one of the things that immediately turned me off was the fact, I guess, eventually, like, the captain's ex-wife gets stationed on his ship or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah, that happens in season 1.
Yeah, I'm like, how
Yeah,
stupid
that
do you
was
have
one
to
of the
be?
things that hit me too. Was I did not see how, the higher ranking military would not realize the history these two had. This would be a really bad idea.
See, that's a serious comment. Like it's a drama or something.
Is that a true thing?
It's a comedy. That's what makes it funny.
Even if it was a comedy, it needs to have a believable premise.
Bullshit.
No, it's supposed to be absurd.
It's supposed to be absolutely outrageously
dumb. Pull up Bionic's comment there, please.
You sure are bossy.
I'm very bossy, yeah.
Stop. That's my job.
I've got my towel of bossiness on.
Towel of bossiness.
Is that a true thing? I don't know about this because I think I only saw the first two.
I have heard that from other people too, so it seems reasonable. And I had kind of thought that was what was going on, was that nobody thought that Seth MacFarlane could do anything serious because he's only known for doing comedy.
Well, didn't he produce or direct some Western or something?
If he did, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, he was part of a team that either co-produced or co-directed or something.
Are you talking about Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, that's weird. You people don't know who he is. That's kind of weird.
You know who he is?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I know who he is, but everything he's done has been comedy, as far as I know.
Okay, I misheard. My bad. It looks like I'm in the bad because all the naughty people inside chat are telling me to fuck off. Would you believe?
Okay, chat. How do you feel about Stool? It's time to type in a 1 if you think that he's a great guy.
No, we're not making this into a reality show. You do not know people off. I'm sorry. People are either booted off for being blatantly offensive, which has never happened, or they leave on their own accord.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Bionic is quite correct with that. MacFarlane is a huge fan of Star Trek. Yeah. I should probably revisit Orville.
Yeah, I'd heard that he was on Enterprise, but I don't remember him being on that series.
Yeah, me either, now that I think about it.
To the Googles.
Seth MacFarlane was on Enterprise on the show?
That's what I've heard.
Maybe he was.
I have no idea what character it was he was playing.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they've been known to do that.
That would not surprise me.
No, actually,
he was
lady I told him to fuck off a while ago. So you just missed it. It's okay.
No, it looks like he
I'm
was
fixing to
himself.
go anyway. I'm sleepy and I'm fixing to go anyway before I hurt somebody's feelings because I'm not very good at the that's this particular type of banter.
I just
I try
want
to
to
be
know
mean
It's
and
a little bit
Okay.
like you're back
tacky
in
and
action,
stuff. It
Angie.
just don't come out.
Yeah,
I'm
So-
so glad to be here. I didn't want to miss this for nothing.
I would just like to know one
Well,
thing.
thanks for stopping in.
What?
What is the significance of the longer that the show goes on, the further to the lower left of the picture stool gets?
Okay, Kitty, you got something to share here?
Yeah,
Kitty's
Seth
gonna fuck us
MacFarlane.
all up.
it's just Seth MacFarlane's page on Memory Alpha showing that he was himself, and he was in 2 episodes of Enterprise called The Forgotten and Affliction.
Cool.
He played someone named Rivers.
I tell you what,
Okay.
Ensign
Enterprise.
Rivers.
You
Rivers, yeah.
stupid Americans! You cancelled that fucking show, and
No,
I
we
loved
didn't.
it so much. You cancelled Enterprise.
I was an Enterprise fan
Oh,
too.
Enterprise? I kind of liked Enterprise, but it was a
It
little
was
weird.
fucking awesome.
I liked
Totally
most of Enterprise. The time travel thing,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
went a bit weird there. Yeah, I
that
get you.
got weird, and I think they brought that in too soon. You know, what was wrong with just having them explore the physical universe? There was plenty of material there.
Yeah.
But you know what? Well, they had to. The audience didn't like it, did they? Because they wanted a continuing story rather than episodes. And
But they could have still had a continuing story, you know, of having encountered this, you know, these other
I
civilizations.
still think it was cool.
But
I think I'm the only person on this planet who loved the original theme tune for Enterprise.
oh no, the song was good.
Hmm.
With
And
the original,
opening-
the one that went one episode before they changed it.
No, well, don't fucking mess with me. He talking. Oh, fuck off! I hate you. No, the thing that everybody liked.
Bye, Purple. Bye, Kitty. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Jamie. Bye, Neo.
Night.
Bye,
Bye.
Angie.
Bye-bye.
This is
Cool.
what happens when you talk about Star
I love
Trek.
y'all.
People
Mwah.
run away.
No,
Well,
I'm going
that's
to bed.
true.
I'm
Bye-bye, bye-bye,
old and
bye-bye,
grumpy.
And it's like 1 a.m. there. So
Yeah, well, you know, it's 7 a.m. and I'm old and grumpy, so what the fuck?
it's
They
only
messed
11.
it up. They messed it up totally because the audience were not happy, and so they did a rejig of the theme
Okay.
tune. They sped it up.
Well,
then
Kate was the
they
next one in
changed
line
it.
here, so.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Kate.
What's
Oh,
up?
I'm out. I'm fucking out. She can just piss off.
Oh, it's okay there, Sample. You know you love me.
Oh, I see what you mean. You're talking about like the song "Faith of the Heart." That's
Wake up, Sandy.
Yeah, well,
Get ready to be bored, people. Here we go.
If you've
Is Stool
actually
still
watched
talking?
like later episodes of the Orville, you can see that they were really tackling some very important issues, some interesting issues. They even got a couple of times where it was like a tearjerker. I mean, the one where Gordon starts having that romance with the woman from the cell phone and the time capsule thing. That was an amazing episode. And honestly, I kind of wish they'd developed the relationship between Isaac and Dr. Finn as well. That was a really interesting storyline.
Yeah.
I like it too.
I
come
would've
on,
liked
they
to see
had
more
a
on that,
character
yeah.
they had a character whose whole thing was that he had to go home to his own planet because they only piss once a year.
Oh yeah, that was Bortus. They actually did way too many stories about the Mocklins, but yeah. And like then they tackle the whole thing with the Mocklins where some of them are born female and they're not supposed to be. And there's this whole planet of like refugee females out there. It's a really interesting sort of story arc about the Mocklins and their weird sexual like origins, biology.
That was a good thing. We've got a thing here called Horror Channel. And it's not all horror. And so
It's mostly just images of your butt.
oh fuck you. And so they play Star Trek in the correct order. TOS and TNG and etc. in the correct episode order, which is really fucking cool. Because over here we tended not to see them in the correct order.
Well, actually, when they originally aired, they did not play them in the correct order. That's why the star dates didn't quite line up, and they had to make up some excuse about the way space was warped.
I maintain, and I will say this till the end of my days, that Enterprise is fucking awesome. I know you guys got it cancelled, you idiots, but it was fucking brilliant.
Okay, all right. Could you need to be real honest? Search inside yourself and find the honesty in this question. Do you have a thing for Scott Bakula? Is that it? Or?
No,
I don't know.
no.
I look at Sample here,
like
and I
Scott
think he's
Bakula.
more of a Mandy Patinkin guy.
Say that again. Why did you let this fucking idiot in? Seriously.
Oh, hey, Seraphim.
Hi, Seraphim. Nice to see you.
So, I mean, for those who don't know the history, the first time I actually encountered Sample here, he decided to insult me. And ever since then, I've been getting my own back. And honestly, I think it's hilarious because he can't take it.
Yeah, that's
I can take anything you can give.
Everybody. Most of us
I'll give it back
him
twice.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got a tea towel?
A tea towel? I don't need a tea towel.
Well, then I win.
No, I think not needing a tea towel is the win.
No, you've only got a little tea towel. I've got a whole t-shirt. That's twice as much fabric. I win.
I'm just wearing a sports bra.
Oh, okay. Everybody turn the cams off.
Oh, shit.
Except for Bionic.
My cam's already off. I can't turn it off any more than it's already off unless I unplug it.
My camera's unplugged.
I had to remember to put pants on before I turned my camera on because I'm the kind of person that would forget and stand up.
But do you not think that that theme tune was utterly fucking awesome?
I love that
song.
I only remember one theme song to Enterprise. I don't know what you're talking about when you say the original.
I think I was reading that they sped it up.
It was more rocked up towards the end. It was very much
rocked up
in the beginning.
Oh, I don't remember that part. I just remember them sort of trying to evoke that feeling of early space program and
it's
NASA
a fantastic.
I mean, I can understand why it didn't work with a lot of Trek fans who were expecting like a Jerry Goldsmith epic theme like most of the other Trek shows. But I mean, I get what they were going for, and I'm glad they tried it.
Oh, they tried it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, they did try it, and it didn't work with the fans so much, but they tried it. They made the attempt.
I thought it was fucking
I thought it was appropriate for the setup for the series.
So what about the new one, Disco?
I watched a half of the first episode because that's what was free, and I really didn't care for it.
No, I kind of like it, and because I'm a nerd, the opening credits to Disco I thought were really good, really fucking sexy.
Okay, who found the cowbell?
That was me.
Really, I would have expected it from the guy with the mountain man beard.
Okay, frustrated. You happy now?
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Let's
talk more Star Trek and see how many more people leave.
I never really watched a lot of Star Trek, but I like that Wesley Crusher kid. Sorry, I said that once at a gaming store, and the looks I got were absolutely priceless.
Did you get any more laughs than you did here?
Many more.
Mm-hmm.
Why do
clearly
people
just have no sense of humor.
Why do people not like that character and then extend it to the real life person?
That I don't understand. It's kind of like how they hounded the kid who played Joffrey like completely out of acting, and Jake Lloyd too.
And
yeah, because people can't disconnect the actor from the character, and it's just pointless and cruel the way they run it.
People have actually threatened actors because they didn't like their characters. It's just weird.
That's what happened to the John Bodega, I think is his name.
Oh yeah.
The black guy that played Finn,
Mhm.
and the girl that played Ray.
Don't
Yeah,
even get me started on those movies.
Well,
There's
I
a
mean,
very- okay.
movies aside, the actors didn't deserve the shit that they got for playing the characters.
Yeah,
You're probably right.
The world has gone very weird because fandom.
Actually,
if
you
you want
could
to
have
call
just
it that.
stopped at the world is getting really weird.
I could have done, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, although actually the writers have more to do with who the character is than the actor does.
Oh,
A lot of people were very upset because is that his name, Bodega?
I think so.
Well,
Let
they
me
got
see.
upset because he wasn't white.
Boyega.
Basically, that's what it boils down to.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I didn't mind any of that. I barely even noticed his skin tone right up until one moment where they're in, I think it was the Millennium Falcon. I don't know. It was years ago. I watched this piece of crap and they blew up something. And the way he said, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" just sounded so Earth to me that it sort of broke my suspension of disbelief. It's just the way he said it. It sounded a little too Earth Street.
Can I give you an admission now, please?
If you like.
Wesley Crusher's mum, of course, was Beverly Crusher.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Gates McFadden, her real name.
Mm-hmm.
And she worked on the Muppet movies. She's a dancer and a choreographer, if you like. She's fucking hot.
Oh, she's hot as fuck. Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see the movie Taking Care of Business?
I'm just still thinking about Gates McFadden. Hang on.
Well, but the reason I bring it up is because she's in it.
Oh.
Don't remember.
I'm still thinking.
It's like from 1990, 91, something like that. It's got Jim Belushi, and Charles Grodin, and a bunch of other people, including Gates McFadden. And it's basically about a guy who escapes from jail because he wants to watch the Cubs play in the World Series. And along the way, he ends up getting the file of facts of a guy who lost his, and he starts pretending to be the businessman that the guy who lost the file of facts was. It's funnier than I just made it sound.
Stool, 2 words.
No. Carry it. I'm still thinking.
Emma Peel.
If you want to see Gates
I'm ready.
McFadden be a complete and total bitch, watch Taking Care of Business.
Do any of you guys know of a free photo editing software?
Yes,
GIMP.
you need to use GIMP.
Yeah,
Well,
GIMP
that's
is what I hear most
I
often.
heard it change names, but
Are you on Windows?
Yeah.
Well, you can use GIMP. That's free and pretty groovy. Or if you're a naughty person, you can get
Purple,
Photoshop.
share my screen for a second.
Oh.
I took this picture today, but it is too dark. But I've got a bee in mid-flight.
mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, well, yeah, you should be able to lighten that up some in Photoshop or something. But what you do, honey bunny, is when you photograph, the camera should give you an option of saving as this format, that format, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the formats are JPEG and RAW, and most cameras will give you the option of saving as both.
Mm-hmm.
Choose that.
Gotcha.
Okay. The reason is that a raw image file has much more pixel depth and information in it than a JPEG, and so you will be able to manipulate it greater than you would a JPEG. But the reason you save both is not every picture is worth the space that a raw photograph takes.
If you want a super simple, basic one, I use a program called XNView, which is actually a file viewer, but it it does have things in there that you can, adjust color and contrast and lighting of a picture.
And of course, just remember that absolutely everything is free if nobody notices you taking it.
This is true. But the bumblebee picture that you just showed, that would be very quickly be able to, not corrected because the actual photograph is correct, but you could make that look a lot better in about 10 seconds with 3 clicks.
I like the Cheshire Cat. That was cool.
Well, let me show you the rest. There's a knight, and then a knight with a horse, and then there's the Red Queen playing.
That's cool.
Croquet.
You know what I've never had the chance to do, and I'd really love to, is like a proper hedge maze.
Are we talking about your pubes again? Can we keep this
really,
private, please?
Literally a hedge maze, like something out of Labyrinth, except that in Labyrinth it was made of stone. But still, like a big old life-size maze would be an absolute blast.
Yeah.
See, the problem that I had with those pictures was they were taken in the shade. These pictures were taken out in the sun.
Yeah, your camera is obviously being a bit naughty there. But if you've got
I don't know why it would
version of
underexpose
Photoshop
in the shadow. What do you know what your ISO was?
If you've got a proper version of Photoshop,
100.
You can correct that in literally 10 seconds. Well, not correct it.
It looks like
make it correct.
Yeah, I know. I just need to get a program that can let me edit.
Just set Photoshop for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but I have to pay for Photoshop.
Do you shoot on auto? Do you shoot with its camera set to auto?
Autofocus, yeah, because I don't have a manual focus lens.
Not autofocus, auto exposure.
Wait a minute, go back one. Okay, go back 2. Where is that?
That's Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's a cool building.
A Scarlet Tanager?
That was actually a nice photo, though.
I like this one because I could be like, "Hello, birdie." Oh, he didn't come out very focused in that one.
Yeah. See, now I'm going to go back to that skyline picture. Oh, a cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to the skyline picture.
I am.
Okay. Now, see how the clouds and the edges of the clouds where they're particularly bright, how they still have detail that you can see little pockets of shade and shape and dimension in them.
Yeah.
That's called highlight detail, and you've got lots of highlight detail, and that's a good thing. See at the bottom though, where you got those greenhouses and those bushes, how much darker they are in the trees and stuff. That's called shadow detail, and your shadow detail in this sucks. Okay, what a raw file does is it actually has all the information for those dark areas and for those light areas. And so you can take it and you can specifically adjust the shadow detail and the highlight detail separately. And because you have so much information, a raw file will do it very well. And so you can take something like that really isn't very nice and improve it just by going after shadow detail.
I swear this bird was posing for me. Because if let me go back for a second. He's in the bushes, or he's in the bush. Then he comes out, looks right at me, and cocks his head to the side.
Is that a peach tree?
Huh? Oh, I don't know what that is.
Maybe he's used to getting attention from people and people throwing him snacks so they can get better pictures.
That's a possibility. Oh, what is this? What is this I've got open
That's
here?
GIMP.
I've had it. I didn't know that. Okay, let me stop sharing my phone.
I've got it. I just haven't learned how to use it yet.
Are the people inside chat talking about doing sex?
I think so.
Something about Infomania.
That's kind of rude.
Why?
Yeah.
We've been talking about sex a fair bit.
We were looking at nice photographs, and these people are being rude and talking about doing the sex.
Earlier we talked about sex.
Well, I'm looking at the nice photographs and talking about sex in the side chat. So, I'm doing fasting here.
Oh,
Multitasker.
I'm disappointed. Seraphim's into guys.
Oh,
well,
boys are icky.
I know.
I mean, seriously, how do you walk around with 1/8 of Cthulhu stashed in your pants? I just don't get it.
1/8 of Cthulhu. I don't know. It takes some adjusting once in a while.
You should have heard Bionic's Kate's joke the last time I was in here with her. She said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to say it without laughing. Can you say it again, Kate?
You're gonna have to be more specific. I joke a lot.
The elderly sex worker joke.
Oh yeah. Why did the elderly hooker take out her dentures? To soften the blow.
And you guys think that's funny? Jesus.
I thought it was funny. It broke me for a while.
Not all of us are laughing.
Hold on. There were two guys named Lester who raised an owl from an egg to an adult. Except that later they both died of heart attacks and clogged arteries because, you see, they raised their co-Lester owl.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How are you allowed to live where you live? Did the police not come and collect you or something?
The police are afraid of me.
After these jokes, I have to ask one thing. Are you practicing to be a dad? These are all dad jokes.
Being called the queen of the dad jokes.
Okay, all right. That's fair.
See, I just love the way Sample there is shaking his head sadly. That's beautiful.
Well, I'm going to have to back out of here and hit the hay because we got a big day tomorrow.
Well, sleep well and dream of large women.
I doff my towel to you, sir.
All right. Good to hang with you guys for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I will see you guys later.
Good night, says the large woman.
Oh. Sorry. That wasn't I hit a slider too far and it made my picture even worse.
Yeah, we don't actually see what you see.
Yeah, no, I know. I stopped sharing my screen.
It's always kind of interesting to see what people look like when, you've only known them as an avatar until then.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going with this?
Well, it's just, have you ever pictured what someone must look like from their voice? And sometimes you're right, and most of the time you're wrong.
Oh, I get where you're going.
Sure.
So when you see my avatar, you're thinking ugly and weird.
Well,
but in real life, I'm actually quite sexy, and I've got lovely headwear.
Yeah, I dare you to try to get a date looking just like that.
I'll fucking take you up on that fucking dare.
All right. Just remember to let us know what his name is.
Do you have any money?
Oh, you've got $2. Okay. Oh, wait. No, sorry. You're British. £2.
Am I allowed to smoke now that Neil's gone?
Sure.
Neil was smoking when you were here. What's...
Yeah,
Gotta be careful.
I was kind of picturing something like, I don't know, sort of a cross between Baldric and Blackadder.
Oh,
sort
fuck
of like
you.
You mash them together. That's what I thought Sample here was going to look like.
Sample.
One of the things I still find amusing is how often people misgender me. And this happened, just this last week, that somebody that I've known on the internet for over a year referred to me as she. It's like, even my avatar's got a beard.
It's so odd. I mean, you don't sound particularly feminine.
Yeah, but it happens pretty frequently.
Weird. I mean, maybe one of those women who's smoked for like 60 years, but not really.
That's one thing that kind of always a little bit irritates me when it comes to Twitter.
Whoa. Time out. I need ego stroke. Purple, click on that one from Seraphim, please.
Oh, for crying out loud.
07:29 a.m.
She says, I adore Stool's voice.
On screen, come on. Ego stroke. Give it to me.
So
Sorry.
I was watching a Twitter exchange. Now granted, I did not agree with anything that the person who was in the wrong in this exchange said, but at some point in the thread, somebody brought up the gender of the person replying, and their name was not a name. It was I stand with BLM or something like that. Their picture was a Black Lives Matter icon. And I'm sitting there trying to go,
Keep it there, keep it there, keep it there. Don't move. Nobody move. Nobody move.
Okay.
Keep still and smile, everybody.
You can't see it, but I'm breakdancing right now.
Let Kitty continue.
He wants to take a screenshot, I think is what it is.
I'm sure he is.
It's such a fragile, desperate need for attention.
Really, what a freak.
But they basically were like, why are you dismissing this woman of color's blah, 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 right? And I'm like, when was gender brought into the conversation? Like, there was no point in that thread where she said, I am blah, blah, and this is my thoughts. It was just her presenting data and information, and that's one of those things that gets me is people who get irritated when they're misgendered or they're basically when they're misgendered on Twitter, but they don't have an avatar that indicates, and they don't have a name that indicates their gender.
I just hate how everyone seems to default to male if they don't know.
Yeah, that's
I tend to default to gender neutral just because it'll confuse fewer people and piss off even fewer than that.
That's not a true thing.
For me, if they say something really smart, I default to female, and if they say something really dumb, well, duh.
Well, defaulting to male.
Okay, you've never met my exes. Believe me, there's some dumb women out there. And I don't mean because they dated my dumb butt. I mean because they were idiots.
Well, defaulting to male has basically been the cultural training for generations. So,
yeah, I know if I didn't make that disclaimer, Sample there would start ripping on me, and I didn't want to give him the opportunity.
You'd have jumped right on it.
You've got to stop calling me Sample because I will give you a nickname.
I already have it. Nicknamer 5. I have a lot of nicknames.
Why Sample? I don't understand.
Well, he's usually known as a very stable milking stool, and I figure stool sample.
Oh, okay. All right.
It seems to wind him up a bit, and every time he does anything that even remotely resembles throwing a fit, I win.
She does not win.
See, I just won again.
Carry on. Continue with your little chat about Star Wars or Star Trek, whatever the fuck you're talking. Oh, talk about cats now.
I love cats. They're good creatures.
Or whatever it is you people do.
Oh, they taste wonderful.
Yeah, my exes are not from Texas. I'm not sure how many people I've known who are from Texas, but I've never dated any of them.
Oh, it's funny you were talking about cats, and then, are you familiar with Nathan Pyle?
No.
He does the alien things where the little aliens come on the screen and they talk, and they're basically just describing human things, but with really weirdly worded ways.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about a YouTuber.
No.
Oh.
Like shows a cat and it says, "Is the creature injured? It sounds like it's resting. I'm going to gently shift it so that I can sit here.
Oh,
now it sounds emotionally injured."
Yep. I like that cartoon strip.
Well, he's got masks now, and one of them says, "Respect the death blades." Can we guess what the death blades are?
Yeah, the kitty claws.
Kitty claws.
Yeah, Sloth Girl refers to the cat's paws as murder mittens.
Murder mittens.
And we're back to cats again. Oh, Jesus.
Well, they're a main part of the diet, and so they're going to be talked about.
Always the cats.
Yeah.
I don't get
And
it.
then there's the whole thing about toe beans.
Toe beans?
You know about toe beans.
Yep.
I know what toe beans are, but you know, I'm going to mute myself and turn my cam off. You talk about cats, and I'll just I don't know.
What are toe beans?
Toe beans. They're the little bits on cat toes.
I'm sorry.
The toe pads.
The bits that sort of look like Tic Tacs.
The pads.
Yeah, the soft little pads on the bottom of their feet.
Yeah, but toe beans aren't specifically to cats. Like you can get toe beans on.
Oh, on cats. I'm visualizing my foot and looking at it and going, well, what the fuck looks like a bean on my foot?
But I mean,
Nothing.
People usually talk about like toe beans in relation to cats. It's rare to hear it talked about in any other context.
Well, and dogs also.
I've never heard it mentioned for dogs, but I'll take your word.
Well, it does look like a couple of kidney beans and a black-eyed pea.
My first thought was a Tic Tac, actually, but whatevs.
Well, either
I
kidney
don't
beans
think-
or jelly
I don't
beans.
think I'd ever eat a brown Tic Tac.
I share screen.
Okay, then one of those Birdie Bots every flavor beans.
Ferret toe beans.
Ferret.
Oh, that's a ferret. Okay.
He's probably.
What is it sitting on top of a cat, or is it?
Why are you doing this?
So it's either two ferrets in one bed and one is sleeping on top of the other, or he's literally flipped himself around completely.
Those are
I
two
think it has
ferrets.
to be two ferrets because even if he was flipped around, I don't think the head would be facing that direction. I
True.
think that would require too much of a twist of the spine.
Well, that's not anything other than a ferret nose. Well, it could be a weasel, but
It's been a
No,
very
same.
long time since I've been in the presence of a ferret. I had some friends back in Seattle who kept them as pets. They had like two of them, but that was 20 years ago.
I thought you were going
They're-
euphemism there.
Can't see them in that picture. This is mine, but he was, after playing, he got tired and didn't make it all the way into the cage, but you can't really make out anything because the picture's crap.
Okay, this is really abnormal. Can you stop showing pictures of this because it's just fucking it's abnormal. Stop doing it.
Okay, has anyone accused any of us here of
Being normal.
Has that ever happened?
Being normal, I might boot you out of the stream.
I've
Just
been
stop
called
looking at pictures
kind
of
of
cats.
normal.
I would not use normal to refer to anyone I consider a friend.
Oh,
Like, why are you insulting me like that?
that's a ferret face.
Of all the pictures you could look at, you people look at fucking cats' feet.
Okay, I got another
Those are
one for you
ferrets.
then. You know what I
Those
think
are
would be neat to have as a pet is a fennec fox. They're so adorable and they look really, really friendly in the videos I've seen of people who keep them. They cost a buttload of money, but my gosh, they're cute.
Yes, but
Yeah,
you would not want one.
They're cute.
No?
Yeah, hold on.
I'd be happy
I've
with a red
watched them
fox.
run and they are so fast. Purple, can you, with the sharing of the photoing and stuffing?
I would like to get a baby goat if they could stay babies forever and do that prancing thing.
There
You
we go.
people are so fucking weird.
That is. Look at those gigantic ears. They're
No,
so
they're
adorable.
adorable, but
What is wrong with you people?
So very many things, but not nearly as many as are wrong with you.
Yeah, you know what? When I want my jollies, I go to Pornhub. You people look at fucking cats' feet.
It's cheaper.
There
That's
are
just
public
wrong.
jollies and private jollies. Surely you know that.
Okay, this is.
I'm
weird.
trying to find.
No, don't. Please don't. Please do not find it.
Oh, here we go. I found
No,
it.
please don't find it. I don't want to see cat's feet.
No, it's not his cat feet. It's not cat feet. This is go ahead, Purple.
Okay, well, so Stool does not want any more pussyfooting around here.
This is why you do not. This is why you do not want a fennec fox and the more. Blah. Okay, this is why you don't want one.
Oh, because of the sound?
Good morning, Scout.
Can you hear it?
Oh,
yeah,
God, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Come on
Okay, I get it. But look at how cute.
I know. I saw that. I said the same thing, and then one day I came across this video, and I'm like, nope. Nothing that loud.
Okay, hear this one. Because my kitty wants to murder you.
Oh.
Okay, in truth, that's just what she looks like when she yawns, but still.
Yep.
Words. No. If this is what turns you people on, then go for it. It does nothing for me whatsoever.
Well, that's just because you're dead inside.
Not everything has to do with sex. I know that's odd coming from me, but it's still true.
Okay, this bit. I'm going to report all of you to YouTube.
Okay, fine.
You're all fucking weirdos.
Fine.
Okay. This is the internet. It's nothing but wall-to-wall weirdos.
There's no such thing as the internet. It's yet to be invented. I don't
Fine,
like
the
it.
Matrix, then.
I don't like it, and when it's invented, I'm having no part of it whatsoever. I'm part of a group of people here who are ogling at cat feet. That's just...
Well, you know, if you quit the internet, you're going to miss that immensely popular chat show.
Well, yeah, whatever. That's shit anyway.
Which chat show is that?
This one.
Oh.
No, not this one.
Oh.
The one that he does himself.
Oh.
And this is where we go to commercial and Purple promotes my immensely popular chat show. I can't be asked, whatever. Why do you look at cat's feet? Are you people weird?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Honestly, like, I could measure the amount of time
Whoa. Hey, whoa. No. Let's not measure things. Calm down.
Time. Like, if I were to draw a pie chart of the time you spend not complaining and the time you spend complaining, that little tiny wedge of not complaining is going to be nigh microscopic.
Well, Stool is really nervous about anybody pulling out a measuring tape because even with the room being mostly women, he knows he'd come in fourth at best.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's
See, I gotta give Purple some props here. That was a much better burn than anything I've done tonight.
Oh, what did I miss?
That was pretty damn good.
Obviously,
What are
because
we at?
you're
We're at
like
140
really
something.
shit at burns. For fuck's sake.
Anyway, I should probably go to bed. I exercised quite a bit before I got to this show. In fact, if I hadn't had to have a shower, I probably would have been in here earlier. But, you know, the choices were either go into the live stream or wallow in my own filth. And I decided to take the less stinky option. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you evil geniuses later. If you can't be good, don't get caught.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I
I'm
was
still doing pretty good at not getting caught.
Well, in that case, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Where are you going?
Not me.
No, Kate, she's gone already.
Oh, no,
She's already dropped out.
Oh.
So those things, it's best to just say your goodbyes and then drop out, because if you don't, you might get sucked back into another conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I often have the problem of I say I need to shut down the stream and we wind up going for another hour or more.
The hell was
it's the
that?
Flash. Okay. Wondering what he's doing there.
Are you going to show us the picture you took?
No. Never. I'm just proving that mine is bigger.
The picture, it says who I thought would be narrating 2020, and it shows Morgan Freeman, and then it says who is actually narrating 2020. It shows a picture of Gilbert Godfrey.
I've literally no idea what any of those words meant, but whatever.
You don't know who Gilbert Godfrey is?
I've no idea who Gilbert fucking Godfrey is.
Okay.
Gilbert Godfrey was the parrot in Aladdin. And I think that was where he really found his niche. With his voice, being a petty villain is the perfect thing for him.
I have no idea.
I can see that our limey friend here needs to be put in his place as he whips out his tiny little Sony.
Probably can't play it, but you know there's a clip.
Kitty camera.
So Stool, if you wanna see something funny, Google Gilbert Gottfried reads 50 Shades of Grey.
Is he the guy that has the high voice?
Yeah. Let me see if I can
Pull something up for me. I think I know who you think. Did he die recently?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Okay, this is 7.
I'll be right back.
This clip is 7 seconds. They probably can't. Well, hold on.
Yeah, supposedly if it's less than 10 seconds, it's okay.
Okay, let me see. I need to make sure my volumes are all up. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and play. Go ahead and share.
Oh, there's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, he has a very distinctive voice.
Yep.
I think he's dead.
Doorknob Head said he was in the Aristocrats.
Huh?
I don't remember that.
Let me see. I'm going to have to look that up.
Actually, I only know the classic one. I don't know the remake they did, so he might have been in that.
Stool. That's not a camera. That's a camera.
You know what? That's tiny. Jenny, that is so tiny.
Really? Is that really that tiny?
Yeah. I'm not going to get my big one. I'm not going to get my big one out for you.
This one's so big it requires 2 batteries.
Oh, wow.
See? Look at that.
I'm a gentleman, so I very rarely get my big one out on camera. But you know what? I will win.
This is bigger
Robert.
than yours.
Wow. What kind of camera is that?
That's a Canon 7D with a.
I like the lens.
Power pack and a 100 to 400 Canon.
I like
L
the lens. The lens is looking kind of sexy there.
Yeah, I wish I had a camera that could have interchangeable lenses. But I don't use it often enough to merit the kind of money that would take.
The thing is, if I wanted to show you mine, I would have to go downstairs, bring it up. And I can't be asked because it's so big. There was a thing where that guy's name that you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his name.
Godfrey.
Is he not dead? I think he died.
No, he's not dead.
No,
Okay.
he made a so I'm looking and I don't see the Aristocats, him in that, but there was a thing about the Aristocrats, which is a movie, apparently from a documentary from 2005.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, there was yeah.
No, he's not dead. I just Googled him.
Okay. Help me out with this one in a second. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit, fuck, piss.
I've got this weird problem with fucking YouTube where it... Jesus.
How do you fuck YouTube?
Yeah, that's what, some type of cyber fetish?
It's fucking YouTube. How do you do that? It's just it's digital. It's data. How do you? I'm confused. Purple, help me.
I don't know. The only thing I can come up with is that obviously he's small enough to fit it into the USB port.
Ooh.
I'm queuing this fucker up. Jesus fuck.
It'll probably be ready in time for next Wednesday's stream.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
I've got this weird thing with YouTube because I have...
I'm getting sleepy.
I've got a plugin and it sometimes fucks up. I need... how do I do this? I'll do this.
You unzip your pants.
Yeah.
Reach in there. Look around a lot.
It wasn't easy. We did actually manage to find an interview of him talking on TV in 2009, and here it is.
My main business is real estate. I also own a newspaper and some other websites and online media businesses.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hold on, you just took that clip and you dubbed in Gilbert Gottfried, but you don't know that for sure.
Is that the same person that you're talking about, Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah, that was his
definitely
voice.
the voice.
That's
He
him.
died. He's dead.
No, he's
you
not.
stupid Americans. He died. I'm pretty sure he fucking died.
You know, death is not the career handicap it used to be.
He did.
Well, Kitty, you just checked, right?
Yeah, I just pulled up his Wikipedia page and it's not listing a death.
Yeah.
And then I'm typing in, is Gilbert Gottfried dead?
Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting there, Russ, but I sent you the link.
It says no.
Yes, it is new.
Gilbert Gottfried is not dead. YouTube.
Oh, hey, Joan. Just passing through.
I can't find the original long clip, but it was hilarious because nobody had ever heard Jared Kushner speak before, and the Godfrey person that you're talking about, he voiced him, and it was hilarious. It was really funny.
Gilbert Gottfried used to be the Affleck duck.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He's not. You're wrong.
Okay.
But that's okay. We understand you're a limey.
Google disagrees
What do
with
you
you.
know?
I'm never wrong. He's dead. I'm sure.
Come
of
on.
it.
Look, you worship a queen. Okay?
This is not true. Why
Hey,
would you
Ross.
say these things?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Not much.
We're worshipping
So I had to come in.
Queen, and we're talking about Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey!
That's the one, yeah.
Yes, I fucking love Gilbert Gottfried. He's hilarious.
Is he dead?
But no, he's not dead.
I think
He
he's
is
an
very
ass.
much alive. The last thing I remember he was doing was he did one of the Comedy Central roast, which was like a couple of years ago, and he's been on little odd things here and there since.
What happened that made him not be the Affleck duck anymore?
He said something very racist.
Most likely, it sounds like Gilbert Gottfried would have said something that because one thing we have to realize is Gilbert Gottfried is from was most popular during its day and age where even little tiny things that were racist were classified still funny, and nowadays in a more sensitive climate towards racist things, we don't we tend to even with comics, even though comedy is supposed to be one of the one areas where nothing is off limits. It's still, we still treat it as it is, and so because he said something, he could have said something either mildly racist or completely and utterly racist, and that's what caused him to stop being the Affleck duck.
Is there any chance that you're over analyzing this?
There could be. I tend to do that from time to time.
That was a very long introduction.
Well, I had to. The reason, my biggest reason why I had to come in is because when Doorknob Head brought up the aristocrats, it's something that y'all kind of went over y'all's head, because with that, it wasn't like a movie like the Aristocats, the Disney film. It is actually a joke that all comedians try to do their own spin on, and it's a very, very old joke that comedians been doing all throughout through so many different years that it's a very raunchy joke, and it's not really one that's like funny, but it's always interesting to see the comedians do their own take on the joke. And basically what the premise is you start off with like a family that's going to do some kind of talent for some talent scouts or whatever, and you think you just pretty much throughout the raunchiest things. Like I heard one was like the family gets on stage and they got to perform their act, and you just see all the family take their pants off and shit on the stage and start playing in it and throwing it at each other and all this other just weird things. And then at the end, the talent agent stops them and says, okay, what is this act called? And the father, in the most happiest, joyous voice, says, the Aristocrats. And it's a joke that's not really funny,
no,
but
that's
it's
not
funny to
that's
listen
not the traditional punch. The traditional punchline to that is that all you got?
Yeah, there you go. So it's just one of those jokes that comedians do their own takes on, and so I had to say that.
Okay, and Gilbert Godfrey is in the animated PBS series Cyber Chase.
Yes,
which is still in production.
He plays the bird in that too.
Yeah, which is still in production. So it's listing new
Mhm.
episodes for that, and IMDb is also listing him as being in several movies that are currently in post-production that
I
are
still
all part
think
of
he's
this
dead.
year. So in
I'm
2020,
pretty sure
he's
he's
still
dead.
alive. Well, he may be dead, but he's still making movies.
That's cool. I think he died.
Well,
I think he died.
facts don't care about your feelings. I'm sorry, Stool.
I heard Queen Elizabeth died. That we're
Well,
just seeing
yeah.
a body double now.
Well, she's allowed to die twice a year because you can do that when you're the Queen.
I've heard several different things. Like, hell, there's some people who still spout off with JFK is still alive. He's just in a coma to keep himself alive in some
JFK
underground
would be
bunker.
103 years old if he was still alive.
That it doesn't matter. The people, like, seriously, there are people who still think that. There are people who literally still think that Elvis Presley is alive. And there are people who think that, like, Tupac is alive because
Yeah.
people around the world somewhat resemble his looks.
There are still
And
a lot
so,
of theories that Hitler is alive.
yeah, so I mean, it doesn't really matter how old the people would be today. There's going to be some rumor that so and so is still alive.
Nobody says Gerald
Oh, man.
Ford is still alive.
Well, that's because no one cares about Gerald Ford.
Or Ronald Reagan.
There are rumors
They don't care about
that I'm
him
alive.
either.
Somebody keeps spreading a rumor on the internet that I'm still alive.
I've heard that.
Well,
Frank Sinatra.
I can tell you that it's not me. I've been saying that you've been dead for a long time.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, I
very
am
dead.
66 million years old. Give me a break already.
I know.
You are not 66.
Million years old is what he said.
Oh,
He's
I just
66
thought.
million.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Here.
He's part dinosaur. He's part dinosaur. I mean, come on now.
Okay,
In the old days,
Let's be realistic here, okay? He's part dinosaur,
actually,
so
there was an accident in the lab at Jurassic Park. I was one of the researchers.
oh. Well,
Let's
my
just say
own,
frogs weren't the only thing they used to fill in the DNA.
in the old days before Trump and all this shit that's been going on for the past 10 years, all we had to deal with was, ooh, moon landing's fake and Elvis alive and all that shit.
yes.
Now it's got so much fucking messed up. It really has.
Now there's just so much conspiracy around stupid shit. Like I mean, moon landing being fake, I understand it's stupid, but it's not as stupid as some of the stuff that gets spouted off now. It's like the moon landing being fake is almost logical compared to the stupid shit that's being spouted off now.
Exactly. And in the old days, that was like the number one conspiracy theory. JFK, moon landings, that's what they all went for. All the weird people went for that. And now...
Hell, I'll even give Flat Earth being tamer than some of the shit that's coming out now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because the internet lets it spread around and let the people, find others who will say, yeah, that makes sense, so they, get their confirmation bias.
Yep, and it just gets worse and worse as time goes on, and it's like... And now I seriously think that 2020, in the years to come, like way down the line, people would just sit there and say, 2020, that year was just a big conspiracy.
Oh, you think this year is bad? It's going to get worse. It's
No,
going to get
but
so
the thing
much
is,
worse.
the thing is if we just look at right now, in about 50 to 80 years from now, let's say,
they'll laugh
how
at
many
us.
people in 50 years from now will sit there and look back at 2020 and sit there and see things like, the whole entire coronavirus, the Black Lives Matter movement that's been going on, the response of police, the response to peaceful protests of police brutality being met with police brutality, and then on top of that, you had all this other things like the murder hornets that people honestly thought the world was going to end about, and then you have all these other little different things that are coming along.
But we can guarantee one thing: in 50 or 100 years' time, there will still be people saying, Soros!
Yep. Because there's going to be that one little group of internet that even if it dies down in the great majority of the time of the public, there's going to be that one little group of people who end up finding the whole entire stupid everything was Soros's fault, and 100 years from now they're going to sit there and be saying, "Yep, it's all Soros. Listen to this. You've got to listen to what happened 100 years ago."
Dave now.
And then that population is going to be kind of like the flat Earth movement of today. It's going to start off with a small pocket of people, and then grow again, and then the Soros is behind everything is going to end up making a resurge 100 years from now.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Purple.
Yeah, they'll make a new religion out of it.
Purple, I've got bad news for you.
You're not going to bed yet?
No, fuck you. Dave is here. So let's all now stop swearing. Let's pretend we've been talking about worldly matters that are important. I was talking about the triple
Critical
lock.
cripple.
I was talking about the triple lock on the pension scheme. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I gotta stop cursing.
I was going to ask Purple, what do you think about the triple lock system on the pension system in the UK?
I don't know. I'm just going to sit here and pet my pussy.
Okay, that's kind of...
Me too.
I can't do that.
No, you can't.
I can't either. All I have is a doggo.
Well, I've got...
Well,
all I have is a doggo and a
I
hedgehog.
haven't heard for it before.
All I have is a doggo and a hedgehog.
Ooh, that hedgehog sounds interesting.
But
he's very antisocial.
The thing is, in 50 years' time, the people in the future will be saying, they'll be Googling, or whatever we call it in those days, and they'll be going down the rabbit hole and saying, oh, look, history, Soros.
Yeah. Like, seriously, I wouldn't say in 50 years they'll be saying Soros. I think by then it'll finally gotten to the point where it's died down and that small pocket of people will be saying it. But in 100 years from time, that small pocket of people will grow again. And it'd be like, what in the world? What? I thought we got over this already.
That's not how it works, because JFK is dead. So have people stopped talking about him? No. So Soros will become somebody who died and built a rocket, and I don't know.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I think with the JFK though is that because of there's way more mystery behind JFK, and there are several different.
There is no mystery.
There's no mystery whatsoever.
Oh no, there's definitely some mystery.
All right, kick him out.
Bullshit.
You're a dick. Get out.
Well, if we kick people out who are just dicks, then why are you still here, Stool?
Yeah, okay, I like you, but you just proved my point, because that happened, whatever, 50, 60 years ago. So your little scenario about
the thing is
doesn't
the
really
thing is
play out,
it's not, but it's not as talked about. That's the thing. is that the JFK thing, while still being talked about, is not talked about as often. Like seriously, I can count.
Yeah. Well, but you don't hear much about the JFK thing anymore because there aren't that many people left alive, who remember seeing it on TV.
It's still a thing that's talked about, and there are still weirdos who obsess over it.
There's still some, but
well, that's what I
the
was
generation
saying
it was
earlier.
important to was dying off. You don't hear about it as much because it really isn't. Yeah, it's really not important to the people who were born after it happened.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying was that. So in 50 years from now, the Soros thing, while it's going to be pretty much died out, they are still going to be those, as you said, weirdos who will sit there and be doing these deep dives. But I think that what would happen is if it happens like the Flat Earth movement thing, it's not going to be until at least 100 years until it gains popularity again. 50 years, there will definitely still be people talking about it, and people will, but they're going to be the ones that people are going to be like, oh, you're just being, paranoid lunatic. And then 100 years from now, it's going to gain, in between 50 and 100 years, it's going to gain popularity again. And people are going to start following it and saying, Soros!
It'll probably get tied into some other conspiracy that is more current at the time. And they're going to claim this is one of the things that's set up for it.
Yeah, and even if they don't believe he's still alive, they're going to sit there and, as time goes on, they will sit there and attribute everything like Soros had this planned a long time ago.
Yes, exactly. That is what will happen.
Yeah, that he was one of the architects of whatever is unfolding then.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like the people who take like Nostradamus's predictions seriously.
Okay, I like this.
I predict that in 100 years, no one will remember anything I've said.
I like this Dick Purple. I can't see his name. Who is he?
Everyone calls me Russ.
Yep.
Okay, I like him. He's cool.
Frustrated Atheist is the handle he's usually under.
Oh,
he's a conspiracy buff.
I am. I love my conspiracies. I actually have my own hypothesis on the JFK.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
Kidding.
Oh, I won't. I won't if nobody wants to hear it. I'm just saying that I do have my own hypothesis.
Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody's wanted to hear it for the past fucking 60 years.
And it's complete bullshit and disrespectful.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
it's complete bullshit and it's disrespectful. That's pretty clear, isn't it?
No, I mean, like, how? What do you mean that it is? How is that? How is it?
Okay,
How would it be?
I have changed my mind now. You can't have your own hypothesis about facts.
No. The thing is like everything. There are facts because.
Here we go. Oh my God! Here we go.
No, there aren't.
How do you know? You haven't even heard it.
I don't need
to. I lived it.
Facts are facts.
Okay, so because hold on.
Go on, carry on. I've heard this for fucking decades, so go for it. Do your speech. Should I do my own research? Should I look?
No, it's not. It's nothing like that. For starters, I don't ever expect anybody to accept anything. The thing is whenever I said that it's my own hypothesis, it's from the different. It's from the different facts of what happened.
Nobody gives a shit about your own hypothesis.
So what you did is
I never said anybody did.
You took all the different Looney Tunes theories about what didn't really occur and made it into one giant didn't occur.
No, I don't take any of that. I don't take any of that into account. I don't ever look at any of the crazy conspiracy theories that are out there. I just take what's.
Yes, you've got your own hypothesis. Yeah, okay, I'm now bored.
Yeah.
Well, how about letting him say it and then see
I
where
don't need
he's
to let him
going.
say it. I don't need to because it's bullshit before he's even said it. Facts are facts. I
Well,
don't
you,
give a
you
shit
can't
about his
very
smart
you can't
prophecy.
very well debunk him without hearing what he's got to say first.
All right, go for it.
Well, the thing is that for starters, I don't believe in any grassy knoll conspiracy thing. I do believe that Lee Harvey Oswald did the first two shots, but due to one of the videos that was presented to the people who ran the trial after the assassination, there was
was
one
no
video
trial.
in particular. Huh?
There was no trial.
There was a trial.
There was no trial. Lee Harvey
There.
Oswald was dead. There was nobody to try.
No, it wasn't. So there was a trial of sorts. It wasn't the,
How old are you?
convicting trial
Are you speaking of the Warren Commission
How old are
report?
you?
Yeah, an
That might
investigative
have been
hearing,
it.
not really a
There we
trial.
go. There we go. Sorry, I misspoke. The investigative hearing. So whenever they were compiling all the different things
Answer
like
my
videos
question.
and all that other good stuff.
Answer my question. How old are you?
What's up? Me?
How
I'm
old
30.
Are you? Right.
I just told you. I'm 30.
Right. So you've got no
So-
fucking idea what
Okay,
you're talking about.
His
Or you-
age isn't even relevant. Let him present this idea.
It's not.
Kind of is actually. But
It's
keep
kind of
quiet.
not.
I'll keep quiet, but it is.
So whenever they did the investigation and they compiled all the different testimonies and all the different little bits of evidence from what happened, there's one video in particular where you had it was not the car directly behind Kennedy, but the car
Yeah,
after that was full of Secret
You're just
Service members.
repeating things that you've read on the internet. This is so boring.
So, anyways,
This is literally boring my
Hey,
pants.
Stool. We'll probably get through this faster if you just let him finish.
Okay.
So the car that was 2 cars behind Kennedy was the Secret Service, and as you see one of the Secret Service members getting into the car and everything, he was holding a rifle. So then whenever you go to look at the interviews and stuff like that, the gentleman who had the rifle was not present, but they spoke to the Secret Service, and the Secret Service they asked them, "Do you ever carry rifles of any kind?" And they said, "No, we only use handguns." So then, whenever you actually look into where he was after that, he's never heard or seen of again after that. And
Enigmas have that talent.
Yeah. So even though he was a member of the Secret Service, he was no longer in the Secret Service because they had no idea where he went or
I'm
anything.
yawning so much. You're just repeating.
what?
I'm yawning because you're just repeating things that you've read from the internet. This is not your hypothesis. You're just repeating things you've read, and it's bullshit.
Okay.
And I get really fucking bored with people who repeat bullshit. That's not a hypothesis.
And there was no such finding in the Warren report. It just wasn't.
Never
Somebody
happened.
made that up.
Yeah,
I made
I'm
what
not
up?
familiar enough with it to say much about it.
I read it when it came out in 1965, 66. I forget which one it was. Right around that time when it was published into a softcover book for everybody on the planet to read. And most people did.
Yeah, all the documents and the information are there. It covers many, many volumes. You couldn't fit it into your house. I'm going to take a wild guess here that you've not read any of that stuff. I'm guessing your hypothesis comes from watching YouTube videos. Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm not going to respond to it because the thing
you
is
can't. Because you
no,
can't.
because the thing is you just automatically assume something before
I've
anything.
assumed
So that's okay.
Well, fine, because you know what? Put some dollars up, and I bet I win. You've done no research, and I'm
Okay.
using the word research in a certain way.
Okay.
You haven't. You've watched YouTube videos, you've looked at some conspiracy websites on the internet, and
Okay.
you've drawn a weird fucked up conclusion.
Okay.
Whereas the rest of the world moved on from this about 70 years ago.
Okay.
Well, we're not going to get anywhere there, so time for a new topic, I think.
Oh, don't. Oh. I do not like these people who do this. I really don't.
The damage that inbreeding has done to the Chihuahua species, subspecies.
Yeah, I don't care for purebred dogs at all, just because they're also inbred. Well, purebred animals of any kind. It winds up being, well, just horrible results for the animals. Well, that was short.
I think it's interesting that the most distorted of the dogs from inbreeding tend to be the most popular.
Well,
like
and I'm
the
sure that
Chihuahua,
is
like the pug.
Yeah, I'm sure that has something to do with the ones that seem to be the most distinctive.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep my gob shut, but Doorknob had said something.
Okay, Doorknob, I don't know why you think it's old people more than anyone else, but...
Oh, I misread that. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. No, I thought he said something else. That's my bad. I apologise. Yeah, I've got very little patience whatsoever for people who talk bullshit. And I apologise if I got a bit shouty there. I don't like bullshit. I really don't. Never will. Ever.
Yeah, and that's fine, but if you ask someone a question, you have to give them time to put their whole thing out there.
No,
you can't
really
keep
don't.
cutting them off every 3 words.
You really don't. You really don't. You really fucking don't.
No, it is fair if you offered the person to have a discussion about their beliefs, regardless of how you feel about them. You need to give them the space to explain it or make a statement.
I fucking.
That's just courtesy.
I relinquish my fucking awesomeness. I've got very little patience for people who play with this kind of nonsense. But that's just me. So I apologise.
So which version of the Queen are they on now?
I think we're on version... Are you talking about the group or the lady?
Well, the lady, that she died, and they wanted to make sure that Charles wouldn't become king so hard that they recruited the 6 body doubles, who that live in Buckingham Palace and only come out once the other one has died?
Idea what you're talking about.
It is rumored that someone down in Texas is currently trying to obtain a sample to clone me.
There's going to be a good thing.
Yes.
There's going to be a good thing on your Netflix for the American people about Diana. It will appeal. I think it will appeal to the American people. We don't give a shit. I think it's coming out at Christmas time for you people.
What, another bullshit about Diana?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's such bullshit. I'm sick of that crap.
I am a trap, Seraphin. Yes. Stool trap. Okay, the side chat people are totally hating on me now.
Seraphin said, cloning you is an option.
Purple, I think you should let him clone you.
I really don't understand why anybody even wants one of me around, let alone multiples.
Well, they might be able to do a better job in the next one.
Nobody seems interested in the original.
Well, I understand that, but that doesn't mean that they, why would you try to have a perfect clone that there's no ability to or need to change? You pick someone who's typical, and that means somewhat defective, like everybody else, and you try to improve them. So they picked you. Maybe they have the hots for you.
I always get in trouble for answering this question. And the question is, if there was an identical clone of yourself, would you fuck it?
Oh, hell yeah. No, yeah, that would definitely pretty much be the first thing if I found out there was one, yeah.
That would be the first thing that you would do.
Yeah. I'd have sex with myself. Why not?
Yeah, but I get in trouble for giving that answer. Hey, I know what we need now. We need Dave. Come on, Critical, get in here. Bring your bouncy ball.
I don't know if I could do that. I mean, my existence is weird enough. I don't need to have that in there.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, anything that's between consenting adults is fine. So as long as me and the clone are both into it, that's all that matters.
But based on that question, I have to ask the obvious: which version?
That's why I get into so much grief.
What do you mean, which version?
I haven't got different versions.
Well, if you're saying which version, you have to define what the multiple versions are.
I'm trans. There's two versions.
Yeah, well. And the question's been asked if there was an opposite gender clone of you too, and it's like, yeah, to me, the gender is very much a secondary characteristic, so that doesn't even come into it.
The original question is identical clone, so whatever you are.
Yeah, and
for me, I'm a boy, so my identical clone would be a boy. Now, would I wank that boy off?
And to me, what gender it is irrelevant. It would just be that I would find somebody who would have all the same kinks I would.
No, see no, probably not, because that's probably based in personality, environmental, expression of yourself, not genetic.
Okay, but usually if they're saying an identical clone, they're talking someone who would have the same personality. If it's someone who just looks like me and has a different personality, that's a whole different question.
Well, it would be a different person. They would look the same.
Well, so usually when they're talking about a clone, people are usually thinking that they made a clone of you and they copied all your memories into the clone.
Well, people are ignorant as fuck. Let's talk about the reality of it.
I'm saying that's usually how the question is, theoretically phrased. But yeah, if it was just cloning the body and they were raised in a different environment, yeah, they'd have a completely different personality. See, actually, I had an evil twin. I couldn't take it and I killed him. And to this day, I keep wondering if I got confused and shot the wrong one.
Could be.
We are so going to have to take over the world, Purple.
Why?
With our battleship. And
I don't want to take over the world.
I don't want to either.
That would be way too much work.
I know, but we could, I don't know, pay people to do the work. I don't know.
Fuck. Somebody won my megabucks jackpot. Fuckers.
Is it possible to not consent to masturbation? I hate it so much when this winds me up. If you can't spell masturbation correctly, then fuck off. Can you charge yourself with rape?
I'm not going to pick on anybody's spelling. Mine sucks.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
Let's see, Dave. I think that's a no on both counts.
Okay, and Mystery, that even if you and your clone were raised in the same house, you're probably not going to have the same personality.
And besides, the personalities that raised me are dead. So that's not possible.
Yeah.
I think the question is, it's not about raising or nurturing. Bam, your clone is now there in front of you. Right now. Like
Yeah,
this.
Doc, you know that Dave is going to steal that question for a future episode.
Yeah. He's a thief.
Yeah, but he puts them to good use, so it's okay.
I think he's already done this one, actually.
Well, Dave's done the clone question, yeah. But I think Dave's going to steal the question about can you not consent to masturbation and charge yourself with rape.
My head is now hurting.
Yeah, they'll convict your right hand to 20 years.
The rest of you is free. They're just going to put a hole in the wall just to put your hand in there.
Right. Your hand has to stay inside the prison.
But you're free to do whatever you like.
And the hand is required to do stuff with whatever touches it?
Well, I mean, what happens in prison stays in prison, unless people talk about it. And nobody in prison is going to say shit because snitches get stitches.
That's right. Which is why the police force is so fucked up.
Mystery, you know what the main difference is between Catholics and pagans? Is pagans believe in sex without guilt. Catholics believe in guilt without sex.
Doc Fearsome, the way you misspelled it is the fact that instead of ER, it needs to be UR.
Yeah, this is something that winds me up because I'm British, so spell that word correctly. Of all the words you can misspell, get that one.
But still, we also tend to spell words that y'all don't, like color.
Oh, don't fucking go there. Seriously.
Listen,
you've made a good comeback.
God,
you made a comeback.
Trump. Holy Christ.
Don't spoil it.
Is he on the toilet tweeting now?
Nobody ever heard of Juneteenth until he made it famous today for postponing the rally.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
You do what?
What the fuck?
Do what?
He says that he made Juneteenth Day
Yeah,
famous.
Oh yeah,
well, that
I
he
heard
made
about
Juneteenth
that.
famous.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've got to call time out on this because Doc is saying inside chat that autocorrect made him misspell the M word. That's
Well,
bullshit because no autocorrect would. That's just bullshit.
Doc is probably
Well-
on his phone and probably using the speech to text.
No, okay, that's fair enough.
Autocorrect does not correct certain words because it doesn't want to talk dirty words.
Oh, God.
My
Autocorrect
I had to teach it the word fuck.
Yeah, sometimes though, depending on the words, if you've misspelled it once before and you corrected the autocorrect and tried to spell it the same way, it'll automatically go, okay, whenever you spell that word that way, that means that that's the word you are trying to use. And then it'll continue to use that. It happens with me with certain words because my big ass thumb, I'll hit something and then my autocorrect just got tired of, I guess, correcting me. So it just said, you know what? Fuck it. That's what you said now. And I was like, oh wow.
Well,
what I hate about my autocorrect is that it corrects after I have made the corrections that it did. You know, like it'll say I wanted run and it put in ran, so I change it back to run. But while I'm doing that, it changes something else in the sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, and I never see it.
Mine likes to correct words like that too. Like I used I spelled the word bag earlier today, and for some reason it thought I meant back, like your back.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, no, bag is a word, autocorrect. Like, do you not know this? Because it automatically just changed it from bag to back, and I was like, no.
I am a very, very good speller. I like Scripps spelling bee material, and it makes me nuts that an autocorrect challenges me. Not on the spelling of things as much as what word I should be using. It's like,
Don't know,
who do you
but
fucking
you are
think
so
you are?
fucked in the head.
I read that too. I thought that was hilarious. He said, what I hate about my autocorrect is that it does not spank my naughty little bottom hard enough.
Yeah, I had just saw that as you started.
Oh, Dorna, we love you.
Oh, you know, I tend to be okay with spelling words, but then there's some words where I'll spell it right and I'll look at it and I'm just like, that doesn't look right. Is this right?
Now, see,
and so I have to ask other people.
I do that almost as often as I misspell things, and it's like, yeah, I misspell everything. Because first of all, English doesn't make sense, so you can't do it logically or even by any kind of recognizable patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I'm dyslexic, so even when I've been reading the words, I'm not always seeing the same letters other people are seeing.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
No reason why I should be aware of that, obviously, but...
No, I often have to read a sentence 3 or 4 times before I get everything in the right order for it to make sense.
Is that how it works for you?
I hear that a lot from a lot of dyslexic people. Like, my sister, she has dyslexia, and sometimes it won't be the words that move around; it's the letters within that particular word itself. And she's like, I don't know how to explain it, and the way she normally does, it's just like that. It's like it jumbles around in her head.
Can you explain this to me then, Purple? I wasn't aware that you had dyslexia. So how does that work? You've just gave me a little teaser. So you see a sentence, and do you have to scan it a few times before it makes sense?
Yeah, the words or the letters, aren't necessarily in the right order the way it's going into my brain. So I have to recheck it several times to figure out, what the sequence of the letters is.
So in your eyes, what you see are the letters jumbled up?
Yeah, well, just, kind of the order's switched around.
Okay.
Sometimes the letters are backwards or upside down.
Oh, really?
Which the interesting benefit of this is that I can be sitting across the table from someone, and if the book is upside down, it doesn't affect my reading speed at all.
Okay, that seems.
See, I'm dyslexic too, and one of the issues that I end up having is that I will completely miss words and put new words in. Like a good example, I was explaining this to Stutter and Chris back at Valentine's Day. Somebody on YouTube, somebody on Twitter who we all know, had said something about having a wonderful Valentine in his girlfriend, as in she's a wonderful Valentine.
Mhm.
When I read it, instead of having the word got, I had the word had come in there. So I had me a wonderful Valentine in person, meaning that I read it as he was talking about having sex with his Valentine.
I should probably do a little bit more research into this because I'm woefully, stupidly uneducated about dyslexia.
And when I'm reading, sometimes I will just completely skip words, or just all kinds of little funky things. Like I literally have to read things 2 or 3 times. I actually got into an argument, not an argument, but like a confrontation with Bionic Dance because she posted something and I replied and said, "Oh, well, this is being a little pedantic, but," and I replied and she's like, "I literally said the first 3 words of my tweet were, 'This is pedantic.'" And I was like, "Oh shit, how did I miss that?" "Oh, because I started reading in the middle of the sentence."
This is one of those subjects that I don't really know enough about, and I really should. It's one of those things where you need to understand the other person's point of view, kind of thing. I'm not very good at this one. I need to learn more about it.
My younger brother is dyslexic, and it was really hard on him. This is back in the 60s when there really wasn't any thing to do. I mean, they barely even recognized that he was dyslexic. It took till he was in 8th grade, I think, before anybody even figured it out. And it really wrecked him as a student, as somebody to learn. He never, reading and stuff was so frustrating for him. He would just not do it. And
Yeah.
Of course, that's going to affect you in your life.
I was
and your
not
status
diagnosed until I was in my
things
3rd
like
year
that.
of high school. And that was only because the English teacher I had a son who was dyslexic, so she realized what it was.
Yeah.
But nobody ever thought to check me, even though I struggled through school. And even though my sister, who went through the same school 5 years ahead of me, was diagnosed as dyslexic when she was in 5th grade.
I wonder, do you think we have I can't say the word, damn it. I can't say the word. Somebody say it for me. I can't say this. No, a bigger word.
Bye, Russ.
More letters. I'm asking dyslexic people to spell for me. This is the funniest YouTube ever.
I can't figure out what the word is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't know what word you're going for.
Yeah, sorry, my thing kind of went out for a second. I don't know why.
Listen, I'm having the most inappropriate laugh ever. Forgive me.
Why? What are you laughing at?
I've just asked
himself.
He's asking dyslexic people to spell something.
I'm asking dyslexic people to spell something.
I am not dyslexic.
But I still can't figure out what the word is because you haven't said the word. Or you haven't given enough context to it to figure out what the word is.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. I can't fucking spell it, and I don't know what the word is. Anyway, I forgot the context of the sentence. What was
I
I
gotta
asking?
admit, that is pretty funny that you sit there and you're just like, I'm going to ask dyslexic people to spell this word for me, please.
He's what he's saying is that he's trying to say something, but he can't find the word to use,
And I can't spell it.
and he can't spell it either.
You
Which is
can't
crazy
pronounce
because
it.
if he could spell it, he'd know which word he's looking for.
Oh lordy! So you're thinking of a word, you can't think of it, but you can't spell it either.
Purple. Take 2.
I am so confused right now.
Let's not go live with this fucker. Do you think I'll try again?
Vuja Day. Doc says, I'm experiencing Vuja Day, the feeling that nothing like this has ever happened before.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got that same feeling. The word I'm looking for is statistics. Okay, I've got the word now. So do we have statistics? Do we think of how many people in the general population who are dyslexic?
Oh, that is a very interesting question. I would say that if we did, I don't think it would be I don't think it would be a full on number because some people just get embarrassed at the fact that they can't read and so they don't want to talk about it.
Well, they do have statistics on it, which is mostly based on, testing in schools, what percentage of students had difficulty with the test. Although, again, I don't know how accurately that identifies, what the percentage would be.
I have no idea.
Because people who have it and go through school not knowing it or not diagnosed often find ways to compensate for it.
No.
Would you think it would be less than 5% or more?
Well, on a guess, I was going to say more like 10%, but I really don't have anything to base that on. It's purely a guess.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that most human, I don't want to use the word disabilities, but issues that that people have problems with comes out to around 10% of the population.
Well, and there are
10% is gay, 10% is dyslexic, 10% is alcoholic. That
10% just sounds like a round number.
Can we go for this? Is interesting actually. Let's read what Doorknob said. The percentage of people with dyslexia is unknown, but it has.
Yep. Doorknob went and checked on Wiki for it.
As a population. Okay.
Yeah, well, and this is also a problem that some schools just, channel them into the special ed programs. So it's not identified as dyslexia, it's just identified as...
I find this very interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was researching coriander.
Coriander? That sounds familiar. What is that?
It's a spice.
Oh, okay.
It's also called cilantro.
Oh, okay, it's cilantro.
Yeah, you've got a different word for it.
But there are different types of dyslexia too, because there's a specific type that only deals with math, that people have problems with math, which is what Sloth Girl has, that, she's a crack as far as the written language goes, and she'll whoop your ass at Scrabble. But when it comes to dealing with mathematical symbols, she gets completely lost.
Do they do the same thing, like jumble around?
Yeah, that's just the symbols don't really have any meaning.
I have a form of it. It does have some numer something or other name to it, where I will reverse numeric relationships. For example, wire gauge. The higher the. See, I'm going to get this wrong.
When you need it,
the higher a number. The higher the number, is it the smaller it is or bigger?
The higher the number,
When you're talking about gauges.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
gauges, the higher the number, the smaller the item, because gauges are actually a fraction. Like
I can never
1/14 of an inch.
I can never remember or be sure of it in my head. I have to have somebody else tell me.
Yeah.
And then I can
like
work with
how
it.
Jenny. I like how Jenny gave a kind of estimate of 10%.
Oh, hey, Nigglesbot.
Of how people are different, air quotes.
But I've always had more trouble
there's lots
with
of numbers.
Yeah, because I've learned today that I'm a minority because I'm a white boy from Europe. I'm in the 7% who cannot eat coriander.
Oh yeah, it just tastes like soap.
Because it tastes like fucking soap.
Yeah, that's genetic. I'm that way too.
I just don't like the taste of it. It doesn't taste like soap to me. I just don't like the taste of it.
Yeah,
Jenny, do you hate it?
I do have the thing
I
of
detest it,
cilantro
and
tasting
it,
like
and it
soap.
tastes just like soap.
Yeah, I have that too, with cilantro tasting like soap, and it's like, Sloth Girl loves. Oh, what's that place? Mexican place. Now I can't think of the name, but it's like
Taco Bell.
Yeah, Chipotle. And she loves it, but it's like anything with the rice in it, I can't eat because the rice tastes like it's got dish soap on it to me.
To normal people,
here I looked it up. It's dyscalculia is the condition where people have trouble with math.
Like I wouldn't have been able to get through high school and any college if I wasn't lucky and got teachers that gave me half credit, because they could see that I was doing the problems right, but I was just putting numbers in the wrong places.
No. But what Miss Tree had said before that, something very similar happened to me whenever I was a kid. I was using my left hand to write everything with because I'm left-handed, and my little sister's dad tried to get me to start writing with my right hand for some reason, and so it messed me up because I wrote so terrible with my right hand that I honestly thought that there was something wrong with me until one of my older sisters came in there and saw me struggling with my right hand, that she said, use your left hand. And so I used my left hand and I was writing just fine. And she's like, just use your left hand. I was like, oh, okay. Because as a small child, you don't, when an adult tells you to do something, you don't really try to, you don't sit there and try to rationale, but I am good with my left hand. So I'm going to write with my left hand. So I started doing it with my right hand, and it messed me up for a little bit. Thank goodness it wasn't lasting.
There are some truly horrific stories about how people who were left-handed were treated in the past. Because if you were left-handed, you were basically the devil or from the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Spawns of Satan.
Yeah, and they did some really cruel things to children.
Well, that extended all the way into like the 30s and 40s and 50s in some places where they were still treated that way.
I sometimes wonder if I was supposed to be left-handed and got trained out of it, because I'm very ambidextrous with my tools. I can do most things with either hand.
You can't
my
be trained out
handwriting
of it.
has never improved since like the 4th grade.
Yeah, you can't be trained out of it. If you're left-handed, you're left-handed.
Well,
it's never going to change.
Like I'm fairly ambidextrous whenever it comes to like playing pool, but yeah, you just if you're left-handed, like she said, you're left-handed.
Well, I just wonder that if my handwriting wouldn't have been better if I had learned to do it left-handed instead of right-handed.
If you're left-handed, start doing your writing with your left hand and watch how fast you write just fine.
You know
if
what?
you're not left-handed, you won't.
I think we just learned a lesson
here.
Okay,
I can slowly print with my left hand, but I haven't really practiced it.
We've learned a lesson, haven't we? You are what you are.
Yep.
And nobody can tell you otherwise.
Right. Yeah, there are a lot of things that you can't really change even if you wanted to.
I'm kind of pissed off, Purple, because your people in your side chat are not talking about coriander.
No, but a lot of them are talking about being left-handed. So,
well, they can fuck off. I want to talk about
They
coriander.
can fuck off. Well, what do you want to talk about it, Stool?
I want to talk about coriander.
Okay, now
what about it?
Let's define some terms here. In America, we tend to call the dried herb used in spices and the seasoning as coriander, but we call the fresh version cilantro.
Yeah, that's not technically correct, but I'll give it to you. It's all about this.
Sorry, Stool. It's funny how you seem you're like it was like you're struggling with this. Like, oh my god, why are y'all doing that? That's stupid.
I just want to talk about coriander, and you guys are all talking about bloody stupid things.
well, I'm kind of going with whatever most people want to talk about.
You want to talk about basil for a while? How about marjoram? Let's talk about allspice. Now that's a confusing one. Allspice.
I'll do that
Let's
one.
talk about allspice.
Does it actually contain allspice?
Which is a berry, by the way.
Oh, hang on a minute.
No, allspice is mostly salt.
This is really confusing, Jenny. Said that. What is this thing you're talking about now?
Allspice comes from a berry.
Okay, well, I'm British, and allspice is a famous aftershave.
No, that's Old Spice. That's Old Spice. Allspice. A-L-L.
Allspice. I have no idea what that is.
It's a seasoning of a confectionery cake cookie kind of spice.
Yeah, Robert, you definitely made a mistake.
Savory. Not a savory spice.
That was covered earlier, Robert. I'm not in charge. I wasn't even aware I was supposed to be, but
it might make a nice aftershave, actually.
I don't know much about allspice to be able to say whether or not it would make a good aftershave.
Yeah, I'm out of this one. I've no idea.
I think aftershave is ghastly.
I know allspice is used in things, but that's about as much as my education goes with allspice.
This was a really shit subject, Jenny. So,
well, it was because somebody was insisting we had to talk about coriander. So
I do want to talk about coriander, but nobody wants to play with me.
Well, that's why I asked you, what about coriander do you want to talk about?
You know what? I'm bored.
Yeah, you don't care about the coriander. You just want an argument.
Would you like me to say no, it's cilantro? Because I will do that for you.
Okay, we can do that. Now, I wanted to teach you how we taste things.
I'm horrible for laughing at this, Purple.
How we test things?
Oh.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh!
Ouch.
Well, if he can't handle a wooden door, he certainly wasn't going to make it against a stack of bricks, you know, so.
Oh my god, that's too funny. Oh.
Okay, I've got to... Purple, can you put that comment on screen, please?
You got to be a little more specific.
Well, they keep talking. It's moved up now. For Mr... For Mystery 1.
Yeah, which one? About the grasshopper or what?
I don't fucking know.
He just wants you to put up the comment.
This one's interesting.
I like writing.
I'll tell you something, Purple. This could be a fun thing.
Oh, that could be really tough to do.
The idiots inside chat can just ask questions, and we'll answer them.
I do that sometimes. I did see an amazing video the other day of somebody who was drawing with both hands and drawing portraits of two different people at the same time.
Oh, that's
Really?
pretty badass.
Yeah. I like,
Wow.
yeah, how can you do that? And they were good. I mean, they had like photographic realism.
That and the great hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
I've seen
man.
such things.
I heard this interview with a guy who is some kind of savant. I don't know, but is not idiot savant, but just a miraculous savant, where he can. You can tell him a symphony, for example. Let's just say Beethoven's Fifth, and say a time 4 minutes 30 seconds, and he can start playing it on the piano from that point on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's one gentleman who I don't remember. I think he might have been autistic, but he had like memory that was so well that all he had to do was hear a piece of music one time, and he could play it back.
Yes, I think that's
with
the
like
same
98, like 99.8% accuracy, or something like that. And it was like something like crazy phenomenal, and it was like, holy crap, that is great. Yeah, somebody, I think it was. As a matter of fact, I think I might have watched that on.
Sorry, Diggle.
I watched that on some kind of what? That video reminds me of that one time I had to get stitches in my head because I walked into brick wall as a little kid.
This could be the next question from side chat. So raise your hand if you've had stitches.
I have.
I have
not.
Twice.
Yep, I have.
You mean in the head?
Anywhere.
I had them in the head once.
Anywhere except for childbirth.
You know, I
still think that didn't clarify anything for anybody, because I don't think anybody in this chat can give birth.
Yes, and I've had stitches numerous
Kind of
times.
including. Hey, I'm being inclusive. The side chat people.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Yeah,
me personally,
and I'm sorry, Kitty. I had a radical episiotomy.
Actually, until I lost part of these 3 fingers, I had made it to almost 50 as being the only male member of my family who had never needed stitches from a power tool.
I think I'm going to guess this one.
No, you just whack the fingers clean off.
I think in this particular question, Purple will win. I don't know. But let's go to the yellow person.
The yellow person?
I think he means me.
I can't fucking see your name. Too far away.
And this weird thing, yeah, I had seen about this, and I was like, yeah, why would anyone do that?
To see if it actually happens.
Okay, but
I'm sorry.
How could you tell if you're tasting soy sauce and not just tasting sweaty balls? Because honestly, there's not that much of a difference.
Wait, what?
And I'm just confused on the title, because the way that I read the title was that men are dipping them in soy sauce so that they can test it. And I'm just trying to figure out how.
There's a claim going around that you have taste receptors on your testicles, and if you dip your testicles in soy sauce, you will taste it through your testicles.
It's another example of a scientific article being grossly misunderstood on the internet.
One of those where like you have them there, but they're like that function is shut off type of thing.
Yeah, well, some scientists found that there were cells in the scrotum that are the same as the cells that make up your taste buds. There are no nerve ends connected to them, but it is a similar cell structure. That's all the scientific article said. But of
This
course,
is
you know, people ran with that.
totally going into coriander.
I'm sorry.
Back on
I
the
missed that. What?
coriander. He went back to the coriander.
If you'd let me do my thing, I would have explained this to the
Well,
idiot.
we've been waiting for you to do your thing.
I'm not going to do my thing because you don't want me to do my thing.
I said that and told you. I asked you what, and you never responded.
Do your thing. Do you not understand?
But here's the
What's
thing,
even
like,
funnier?
I'm not
Go
going to
ahead,
do my
Kitty.
thing. No, because you don't want me to do my thing.
No, the thing is, I asked you about your thing earlier, and the first time I said, "What do you want us to talk about coriander?" You're like, "Coriander," and I was like, "Okay, well, what? Go on." You didn't say anything, and then the second time I asked you about it, you just were like, "This is boring." Oh Lord!
But here's the thing, like, you guys know what soap tastes like. So if you really had taste receptacles receptors down there that worked, you would definitely know what soap tastes like.
Yes.
Like, why do you need to go and dip your balls in soy sauce? Just wash them and you'll taste soap if that was true.
I think what happened was one person had sat there and said it jokingly, and there was that one guy who was stupid enough to go, "Yeah, let's try it," and so people started trying it from then on.
Well, I have seen a TikTok where a guy dips his hand in soy sauce, and he makes the motion like he's doing it, and then he's like, oh, "I can taste it."
Yep.
Like,
then you have stupid people like that too, or you have people who fuel the fire that way.
They probably weren't specifically looking for that.
The person who did that one that you're talking about most likely did it to make fun of them, but people were like, it just made them go even crazier. Like, I must try this now.
Or somebody's been reading the Journal of Irreproducible Results.
Irreducible results?
Irreproducible results, yes.
Oh, irreproducible results.
Yep.
I've actually never read that. What is it? Just about like
okay,
these?
I'm not sure if it's still in publication. But it used to be a journal where people would write in scientific papers, which of course were not true. But they would test absolutely outrageous subjects, such as the survivability of a cat versus a mental patient in a rubber room, or that's just something weird.
So it's pretty much like the Onion of scientific papers.
Yeah, it was. This was back in the 60s and 70s. It was published. And it was extremely funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, with how everything has been going, the Onion is starting to look less and less crazy.
Yeah,
there was one time. Oh, go ahead.
This is very true. The Onion is now kind of more believable than real life.
Somebody
like I
quoted
sit there
it
and
again recently.
What, the Onion or the thing?
The Onion. The Onion.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what it
Well,
was.
the Onion has more factual-based articles than Fox News.
That's for sure.
There was one title I read on the Onion that I literally had to sit there and think about it. Like, is this real?
Yeah.
This seems like it's something real in today's age.
You people are aware, I'm going to guess, I don't know, that Fox News are in court at the moment.
They're in court?
They're in court.
Oh, wow. Why? What happened?
And
they've been banned from Britain, UK, haven't they?
Oh, that was a long time ago. But no, I mean today they're in court.
Why? What happened?
It's about Tucker Carlson.
I should have known.
And their excuse is Fuck. You can Google this or look up the fucking court records. I'm not making this shit up.
Oh no, I believe you. I can't right now Google because every time I try to Google something on my phone here, I end up it ends up kicking me out.
The excuse from the Fox News. There's a difference between Fox Network and Fox News. They're very different things. So I'm talking about Fox News. And the lawyers are saying that Tucker Carlson is not expected to tell the truth, and his audience. No, I'll rewind. Tucker Carlson is not expected to verify what he's saying, and his audience do not expect him to tell the truth. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically
right.
That's basically what's been said by the Fox News lawyers in court right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. They can't. They had to claim in order to avoid some kind of a lawsuit or something, or they had to claim to be entertainment and not news.
Yeah,
but they're
that's
still
the
allowed to
same
call
thing.
themselves Fox News, so it's like.
Oh yeah, that's a very recurring theme with what Fox News do. But I'm literally talking about today, or yesterday, whatever day it was. This is a current thing that's going on in a court right now.
Wow. Like it's always funny whenever the things that you feel are true like that end up being true, you know? Because you always, whenever you hear, anybody on Fox News talk, you always have this feeling like, do y'all really just blabber on about things and not expect anybody to believe it to be true? And then Fox News sits there and pretty much confirms this. It's like, oh, okay, so that feeling I've been having is correct. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, Miss Tree makes a valid point, and that's true.
Guys, I gotta take off. My battery is getting to the edge.
All right, Jenny.
Okay, well, Jenny,
it's been fun.
Jenny, do you want to show yourself? You got anything you need to plug before you go?
Well, movie night tomorrow night, Friday, 11:30 Eastern time. Side Strike movie night where we
wish you could do that.
where we debunk the stupid and drink too much alcohol. It's kind of a drinking show with a science problem.
Yes, I love science.
Yep.
Love movie night.
And in the upcoming future, stay tuned for dates. I'll be one of the featured panelists on Auntie Jen's Little Corner as we discuss the recent revelations from the bitch of all bitches, J.K. Rowling, and the turf establishment of Europe.
I have not. Oh, go ahead.
I watched the thing by Auntie Jen. It was about that awful person from the Ken Ham shit.
You guys have got to pronounce Auntie Jen, not Auntie Jen, because it sounds like you're saying Auntie Jen like anti-ordinary.
Yep.
So you have to pronounce it with the U, otherwise it sounds really weird.
Right.
You know what? You can just
and for anybody who missed it earlier this week, Jenny was also on the Uncalled For.
Let me just say this: Crick and Rough.
Yeah, I might actually be involved with that panel too. I'm not sure why, but
now, Jenny, I have heard about the about J.K. Rowling's Turf Manifesto here, but I have not read it. Is it long?
It's about 4,000 words.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
I mean, I have to look at it and read the bullshit she's speaking.
Yeah, it's not that long. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I get that it's bad.
The problem with just reading it without knowing her and the turfs and their philosophy and things, when you read it, it reads like a well-reasoned, perfectly believable, semi-scientific opinion type paper, when in reality it is completely misrepresents science that they do not quote, they do not cite, they do not footnote, and it's just a big pile of bullshit on top of bullshit with opinion promoted as fact. And it's.
I know I've gotten into several little several different arguments with people on J.K. Rowling's post. One guy, I sat there and told him that I provided him like 6 different links to the actual science, and I was like, if we're going to continue talking anymore, you're going to have to provide some kind of evidence for your claims. And he provided a little picture of some unverifiable statement made by somebody else, and I was like, really? That's all you got? Like, I provided you with several links to actual science, and this is what you're giving me back?
Mm-hmm.
I
understand.
It's pretty typical of that camp, though.
It's a classic flat earther, classic conspiratard of anything behavior of Dunning-Kruger. You know, these people think that they're experts when all they have is opinions.
Yeah, let's be careful of the words we use, because frustrated atheist is a bit of a JFK person. So let's not go there.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with going there.
Yeah, well, you can piss off. Anyway, Jen was doing her thing. So, did you finish promoting your wares?
Well, that and I'm usually in the alley just off of 3rd Street at Harvard, boinking any of the boys who'll pay me enough.
Just to say that inside chat, as per usual, Amiga Nuts is doing the thing, so you're all getting promoted with your YouTube links, etc.
You know, you said wares, and I immediately, my mind immediately went to Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
That's Skyrim.
It's a video game thing.
Yeah.
It's a little after your time.
Yeah. Pretty much in Skyrim, there's a race of people called Khajiit, and they are traitors.
I know what Skyrim is.
Okay, wait a minute.
Look.
If it's after his time and it's already come out, does that mean he died before the game came out?
That's
you did not know that Stool is a ghost?
I'm the doctor, so you can all piss off.
I thought he was a piece of furniture that was made out of a sentient tree.
I'm a Time Lord. Hey, Purple, what you need to do now is go to Frustrated and ask with an H if he wants to sell his wares.
Milkstool, are your legs like nice and smooth and polished, or am I in danger of slivers and stuff?
I'm totally not going into this conversation. Purple is trying to wind this up, and I'm trying to help. So,
yep.
Frustrated, sell your wares, pimp your stuff.
Yeah, it is time for me to wind this up tonight.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'm Frustrated Atheist.
Jesus,
you can find me on
3 hours plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I'm Frustrated Atheist. You can find me on Twitter. I have a channel that I don't do anything with anymore because, well, I just don't. And you can find me in other streams everywhere whenever they let me in.
And we can find you on the Twitters, of course.
Yes, the Twitters. You could also find me on the corner, but I don't have probably near as enough success as Jenny here has. But, you know. I get paid to keep my clothes on.
Just go through a sex change. Everybody will want you as a guest. It's easy.
There we go.
Which, by the way, now I'm going to get chastised if there's any trans folks
Andrew,
listening in the chat.
That would be reputable journals from TERFs.
Yellow person, pimp your wares.
I don't have any wares, but I might be somewhat involved with that stream that Auntie Jen is putting out on Saturday because I will be probably filling the role of ignorant cis person with stupid questions. Except I don't really have any questions. That's it. And then I'm often found here at this time slot.
That's cool.
That's about it.
So we can always find the yellow person here round about this time of day.
Yep, and all over Twitter.
And all over Twitter. And you're on the Twitters so people can find you. And Purple, finally, our lovely host. Pimp your wares, Purple.
Well, mostly I do the chats Wednesdays at noon Central Standard Time, and this one Thursday at midnight Central Standard Time. And Fridays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, I co-host with Stool on Black Sofa's channel. And I'm actually been trying to work more on getting some edited videos out. So at the rate I work, then you can expect one out anytime this fall.
I was going to say Christmas.
And you've also got your cooking thing.
I don't do cooking.
Well, who the fuck has been sending me cooking videos? It's not you.
Well, Diana has a separate channel called The Transgendered Chef that she does cooking on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that a separate channel? No wonder I've never seen any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was I'm going to go look now.
Yeah, there is a channel. The title of the channel is The Transgendered Chef.
She should advertise that. This is the first I've heard of it.
She mentions it occasionally, but yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, she mentions it occasionally in her streams, but yeah, she doesn't bring it up often enough.
Do I get paid for this? Because I'm fucking advertising all your channels.
Yeah, the check is in the mail.
Thank you.
Now, still pimp your wares.
I've got nothing to pimp because I hate you all. I think you're all dicks, and I wish you would all go away.
But you have your immensely popular chat show.
Yeah, but whatever. Doesn't matter. The important thing is that you guys are bringing something important to the world.
It's popular with his 12 listeners. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, 12 is more than I usually get.
The important thing is that
15.
You people are bringing conversation, and that's the important thing. So, I've got 3 legs. I've got nothing to sell. That's literally what I am. I'm a fucking stupid stool. Nothing to sell. I get no money.
Yep.
3 legs.
But 3 legs is why you're extremely stable.
How could it be that long?
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, you people are dirty.
Y'all, he is British. He does not talk about these things.
Yeah, I've got a stiff upper lip.
That's not the only thing you got.
One of my favorite jokes from John Oliver was some guys sat there and on a TED Talk had said something about giving out 8 hugs a day, and he goes, "That's enough for a British lifetime." Okay.
I saw a video speaking of hugs. Let me throw this in real quick.
Of course, Amiga Nuts has all of the links in the side chat.
Oh, I'll have to go there for the cooking.
And
the chef channel.
He's got 2 links for Diana, so I assume one of those is her cooking channel.
So you know how sometimes when things are rough, you'll have free hugs, peoples?
Yep.
You know, so there was this video where it shows these 2 guys and they're kind of walking towards each other, and you see the context from behind a black gentleman who's walking towards a white gentleman, and they've both got on black shirts, and you can see that the white guy, his shirt says free hugs, and the black guy's walking up to him and he slams his sign on the ground and starts stomping at the guy like they're gonna like knock each other up. That's not what I meant. Like they're gonna fight. And then they just kind of throw their arm, they hug, and then you turn and you see that the black guy's got a free hug shirt too. And so they're just like making a big show of giving each other free hugs.
I thought it was a turf war.
Yeah, it looks like you're about to have a turf war, and it's really just 2 guys about to hug.
But before, obviously, Purple is trying best to wind this up. And I'm going to be a dick and take charge because that's what I do. I'm British. So,
Well,
it's
we're
very-
American and we tend to not listen to the British.
yeah, you don't listen to each other. You're such fucking rude bastards. You really are.
Yeah, you got quite a mouth for somebody who lives in a country that we saved your ass.
Oh, for
Twice.
fuck's sake. You are going to get
Twice.
so fucking twatted. Right,
Kicked your ass once and saved it twice.
You're
Ooh,
no,
let's-
my
it's
number
not
two
no, we didn't.
nemesis.
We did not.
Come on. Britain and America have the typical parent-child relationship. And now that Britain is reaching that senior age, it's our responsibility to take care of them for their declining years.
We have a special relationship with them. They know that we own them.
Well, they know that if they don't behave, we'll put them in a home. But
Put them in their final home.
You people are picking on me. This is not fair.
No, we're picking on your entire country. Don't take it too personally.
You just so happen to be in that country.
Hey, you know how many times I've been in a chat that it was like all Brits or all Australians, and I was the only American there?
Okay, I see the video.
That's good. Okay, but yeah, everybody's going around, and thank you, Amiga Nuts, for pulling all the links for us.
If we keep this going another 4 minutes and 15 seconds, we'll go over 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that still doesn't set any records though, so we're gonna let it go here.
Good night, everybody.
Okay.
Fine.
Good night, all.
Good night, cilantro.
Good night.
Coriander.
Tell
Not
Bianca
frustrated
that
with you.
my saber is bigger than hers.
I'm sure it is.